Good evening, everybody. Morning, afternoon, whenever you're listening.
Oh, wow. You are going.
Us hosts here, we have to appreciate the moment in time we're in. All three of us. We're in a special time in the NFL season. It's Wednesday. This is not our normal recording night. So we've had a few days to let the dust settle from what happened this past Sunday.
And Monday. Whew.
Yes.
Fuck! That was tough.
But we're just going to take a brief moment of silence because even though, Jack, you've been here before. Like, you've been to the playoffs many times.
Oh, I'm at the room.
Yeah, I have been here before.
But your team's still thriving this season against all odds.
I think they're surviving.
Whatever definition you want to give thriving. I think, given the circumstances that we've seen all season, I think you're thriving. Your position, you're thriving. But for us, Andy and I, Jags at 8-3. Look at the schedule. 8-3 with a 2-game lead in the division at week 13. With a schedule in front of us that looks like we play in the Big Ten West.
Mm-hmm.
This has not happened for us. So before we even get, because we're hype about possibly securing the first seed, hosting a playoff game, Super Bowl aspirations. Before we get there,
I'm already there.
let's just enjoy now.
Oh, okay.
Let's enjoy now because we still have the Monday Night Football tailgate, Sunday Night Football tailgate. You don't want to rush to get to playoffs. We still have so many more moments that we can cherish this season. So we're going to take a moment of silence with you guys.
And I still won't grow up. I'm a grown-ass kid. Swear I should be locked up for stupid that I did, but I'm a champion. So I turn tragedy to triumph. Make music that's fire. Get my soul through the wire.
Don't clear your throat during the intro.
What's up, daddies? Welcome to episode 313 of Dunn and Drew. No, I was just making sure my microphone was working because I didn't want to come in like that and it not be receiving. Speaking of receiving, what was y'all's favorite Thanksgiving dish that you received last week? Because we did our drafts. Cranberry was 101. 2 was stuffing.
Yes.
Okay.
Stuffing.
Your first round pick was
Turkey, I think.
okay. So
That's a good one.
Turkey, mashed potatoes.
what
back to
ended
back.
up being your favorites from your dishes you had? Your mom went stupid, Eric.
Yeah, she did. She went dummy. I just finished the turkey from Thanksgiving yesterday.
Oh,
actually.
okay. That's okay. That's a while
Yeah.
for leftovers.
But it's better than mac and cheese sitting in for 5 days. Like I feel like the meat had a little bit more longevity than other dishes. But I don't want to say mac and cheese because I feel like that's not like a Thanksgiving dish because people eat that every holiday. It's just a dish that goes with everything. So I'm gonna say my mom went stupid with
Beans,
the sweet
greens,
potato,
potatoes.
the sweet potato casserole.
Ooh,
It was fire. It didn't have the marshmallows, but it was good still.
yeah. Mine didn't have the marshmallows, and I'm not a fan of no marshmallows.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms would probably have been good too. Jack, what was your favorite?
Stuffing. My dad's stuffing.
Damn.
What?
Grow up.
What?
I was gonna say stuffing as well when we try to switch it up. Probably the bottle of wine that I had.
That's a dish.
Problem.
Your plate, surprisingly,
Yeah.
top 3 in Discord. Folks.
Oh yeah. Good shout out to the Patreon.
We won.
We did a competition like we did last year where everyone sent in their dish from Thanksgiving. People got roasted. People got applauded.
I was cooking people.
Yeah. There were the most unsettling part, I think, was the cream of mushroom.
That was the winner.
No, this is Andy's dish. Very colorful.
The only
What's that green up there? At the top?
Ah, damn it. It's spinach or something.
No, I think those are your greens.
The greens, yeah.
They look like bay leaves.
They're leaves.
Why are you eating leaves?
That's the only thing I roasted on this plate.
They were surprisingly good.
Because they don't look cooked.
Everything else looks good.
I mean, I did get a comment. It looks like someone cummed on my green beans. It's still a chunky cum, but
it is.
Yeah.
When I say, never mind. But yeah, I came in top 3, and then we had a runoff, and then I probably didn't even place because people knew it was mine, and they didn't want me to win.
Yeah, the runoff was rigged. We got last place in the runoff,
Yes.
but we had first top 2 votes with the regular plates.
There's a dynasty brewing in the Thanksgiving voting because Hunter won back-to-back. He won again. He was cooking until midnight, which is crazy.
The night before. Okay, the night before.
No, on Thanksgiving Day.
All day long. Didn't finish and eat until like midnight.
That's why.
I don't know. I think
that's a problem.
I don't know. Some poor planning.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
He definitely should have won giving that much time to the dishes and his turkey. So congrats to Hunter. I have to order him.
Looks good.
Yeah, it always looks good.
Wait, can I see it again?
Yeah.
What's that top left quadrant?
Yeah.
That's stuffing? I think it might be stuffing.
Probably, yeah.
There's like some red in it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah,
it looks good.
That's definitely stuffing.
Looks good. I don't want to hear myself.
IT. That's
we're good. We're back.
Good? Oh, okay. Drive's back. So
I was gonna say, it doesn't feel like Thanksgiving was just last week. It feels like a month has gone by already.
I know.
Since Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're right.
Bro,
feels like
it hasn't even been a week yet.
I know. It hasn't even been a week. Feels like we're in the end of December.
Did you guys eat until you were in pain or just like take it easy?
I had 2.
Yeah, I had two too.
Like I went to
what?
2 separate dinners back to back.
Oh, I had
3 and then 5.
I had one dinner. Wait, what? 3 dishes and 5 dishes?
At 3 p.m. I was
gotcha.
at one house. At 5 p.m. I was at different, eating both.
I had the same dinner, but I had it twice. So I guess the same thing. But so everyone was done eating and they took their dishes away. I think maybe one person went for seconds, but not like seconds of everything. I went for seconds of everything. And while they were cleaning up, I left my plate there. I said, I'm grazing, don't touch. So for the rest of the football games, I just would get up, like hover over the plate and just eat like a caveman, take a few bites, then go sit back down. And they thought that was strange and funny. And I was in pain. But it's perfect. I love drinking on the holidays because you can cancel it out with food so easily because the food is just there. So I drank a whole bottle of wine by myself, which I rarely do at my age anymore. And I was able to because the food was right there, and I'm getting a little too drunk. Let me eat some more. And just a perfect balance. I was a stuffed ham.
So to cancel it out, you mean like to mitigate the drunkenness?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like to get drunk? You just like the
too drunk. I don't want to start spinning. Yeah. I love the tipsiness. Tipsy all day. Perfect.
Yeah, I had one full plate, and my mom was like, you can get seconds, right? I'm like, I know. That's what 8 p.m.'s for. So I just stuffed my plate full of everything, and then I'm full enough, watch the games. But it was a very small Thanksgiving. It was just my mom, me, John A., and there's not furniture in the house yet.
There's only 3 of you?
Yeah.
Wow. She made, fuck, I wish she brought me some.
My fuck-ass family doesn't care.
Wow.
How do you describe someone like that?
Fuck-ass family.
My sister went to a buffet at a resort in Orlando.
Are you kidding me?
With her kids.
That's crazy.
The original plan was to have it up here and just, make the dishes, bring the dishes up. I would have cleared some counter space or whatever, but given my mom's health, she was like, I don't know if I can bring all these dishes up in my car, make the drive, go back. I was like, okay, it's fine. We can go to you. We're young. So we did that. But my sister was in Orlando at a buffet for like the Thanksgiving weekend. Like, have fun. And my dad took a job in D.C.
Oh.
So he was in D.C. for like 4 days during Thanksgiving. So it was just us 3. And after we ate the first plate, just laying on the ground on a blanket because there's no furniture in there except some chairs. And then just watching football, kind of bored.
There's a TV?
Yeah, there's a TV.
It's like that classic setup, like that meme. It's like what guys need is just like a lawn chair in red zone in an empty room.
And Thanksgiving dishes.
Yeah.
and just went back for a second plate at 8 p.m. We actually had some very good cobblers. She bought them from the store, but they were amazing. Like the crust on them, it was amazing.
What peach cobbler?
It was one peach, but you couldn't really taste the peach in it. But the crust was just holding it together with flavor. And then blackberry.
Black, okay.
And then I had that with vanilla ice cream and whipped cream, and that was the star of the meal, the dessert this time around.
Remind me of the Thanksgiving games. What was the first one?
The Lions Packers.
Wow. Holy crap. What an upset.
Yeah.
Do you think the Packers, is this the new Packers, or have they been playing well in weeks prior?
I want to say the week before they had a good game. I forget. I'll look back.
Like the Lions fans are like, this is our time to find, like, let's show the world we're 7-3.
Who?
Lions are 7-3 or 8-3. I'm not sure. Everyone's on a
Lions
bye.
are currently 8-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were 8-2.
They're grinding.
Yeah, so this is like their time to show the world, hey, we're back. Look at you guys had to usually suffer through our games on Thanksgiving. Now we're about to start blowing teams out or having good games on Thanksgiving. And it wasn't even close. I think maybe the final score ended up being maybe within a touchdown or two.
They associated
29-22 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
They associated the loss with like something going on with the moon or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a waning gibbous.
Uh-huh. Something
And
about that I saw. Waning gibbous.
So the Lions play on Thanksgiving every year. And the past 12 times since 1966, I think, when it's been a waning gibbous, could be waxing gibbous, whatever. It's been the same thing 12 times.
We need Neil Tyson DeGrassi.
They have lost every time on a waning gibbous. And last week was a waning gibbous. So,
and I was pissed because in Discord they did like a group bet, like a squad bet, and they all did like Packers money line. And I was like,
because of the moon thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I didn't know about the moon thing when they originally placed it.
Mm-hmm.
They just said Packers squad ride. I was like, yeah, fucking right. And then Packers just come out here and start dominating them.
They dominated them. It was crazy.
I was like, you got to be kidding me.
The Packers are starting to pick it up a little bit. I mean, I look back, I remember now, they beat the Chargers last week by a field goal. So, I mean, it's something that could compete.
God, poor Chargers.
Compete in a close game with Herbert. Love had a decent game. Yeah, then the week before that, Steelers beat them. So, I mean,
we need
not too optimistic about them.
We need the Packers to come through big time.
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football.
Packers Chiefs.
Why? It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I think Lambeau, come on.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think we'll do it.
I think they have a chance.
No Aaron Jones, no problem. Jordan Love, he'll hold it down.
What was the second game?
Redskins Cowboys.
Oh,
racist.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that one wasn't close. Who cares? Do you think?
Bro, oh my God, I forgot that was like 45-10 or something.
So there's a lot of love for Dak Prescott as MVP. I just don't see it.
Why?
Can't. It's just the logo and him, the name. He's just gotten so much shit over the years. Can you guys see him as MVP?
I can, because I love Dak. And
you love every player.
I don't. Before, like,
if
you love Jalen Hurts, Jason Kelsey, and they're on the Eagles, you love every player.
No.
Okay.
Before Kenny, Dak was the obsession.
Obsession?
Yes.
Why?
Because his rookie year, he was my fantasy quarterback, so that's where the bond started. Also, I've always liked the Cowboys because they're Eagles rivals. So like in 2018-19, it was like I was big and I was deep in Dak versus Carson Wentz.
Whoa.
Deep in Dak versus Carson Wentz.
That's a great fantasy name.
Okay, so you're pro Dak, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't like Carson Wentz?
I didn't.
Or you love him?
I didn't hate him as a guy, but now I've heard things that he really wasn't a great guy.
Yeah, he kills animals. He goes hunting.
Before that, like I've heard rumors that like when he was on the Eagles, like no one liked him, and he was just like kind of arrogant. But I don't love every player.
All right, well, we'll put that to the test.
How?
I'm going to say every player in the NFL, and you say love or hate.
Go.
Cowboys have played nobody looking at their schedule. They've lost to anybody good, like the Dolphins. Lost to the Niners, lost to the Eagles.
Yeah, they play the Dolphins like in 2 weeks, and they were saying like this is the I don't know how to call it.
Their best win is the Rams. Those 43-20.
Yeah, they're frauds. We'll start. Deontay Johnson.
No. I have a statement about him. Guys can make it now.
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson, I'm going to look at the camera.
Oh, you're looking at him.
This is like hard for me to say about any player, really. I guess a Steeler.
That's not the camera.
I know. Sorry.
He's reading a script.
No. Deontay Johnson is a loser.
Oh my
damn.
God. Address him. He's watching. You are a loser.
He has done too many
one.
things, and it's loser behavior. That's the best word I can describe it. You're a loser.
I like
BG
it.
Jack.
Explain what happened. I saw maybe one clip of a ball bouncing around, and he kind of just did he not know what was going on? Was it a fumble?
It was. So
just that one clip.
The play prior, earlier in that drive, I sent you guys the clip where it was kind of like a side pass to him, a very Canada-esque play, a side pass to him, and he caught it and kind of like lost his balance, and someone was at his feet, and then he got back up and just started running backwards.
Oh yes,
that was ridiculous.
What was that?
Yeah, that was insane.
So he literally lost us like 3 or 4 yards. But that's been a recurring theme with him.
He literally turned the back to.
It's never been that egregious, but he's done like trying to get, like how some receivers do. They try to get more room running a little backwards or sideways.
But no one really turns their back to the.
It's never been that bad.
You're supposed to score at.
So that's been a recurring theme with him. It's so frustrating. He has a lot of routine drops.
That touchdown
he
drop.
had another
so,
one.
later that drive, it was a great pass. It was a touchdown. He tapped it with his feet, and then it just
came out
for no reason. And so that was so then the very next play, he was still probably frustrated from that. Jalen Warren gets it, fumbles, and then I guess he thought the play was over, but the ref was right there. The whistle did not blow, and he let the ball bounce right by his feet. Who did we play?
Bengals.
The Bengals picked it up, and thankfully Connor Hayward chased him down and stopped a touchdown. But that could have cost us. I mean, he cost us the loss of 7 points by not catching the touchdown. And then if he just recovered the fumble, we get a field goal. And then it almost would have cost us -7. So that's like such a huge swing all on him.
Is this why Freiermuth had 120 receiving yards?
I mean, Deontay was still targeted later in the game, but yeah, Freiermuth is awesome.
Ryan Johnson.
What the?
I muted my phone.
Voicemail? Joking.
All right, next subject.
Oh, yeah, we were kind of all over the place there. Where do we start?
I'm thinking about
Thanksgiving
the third.
games?
Yeah, the third Thanksgiving game. What was that?
It was the Niners.
We were talking about Dak
Seahawks.
MVP and got to Steelers.
Yeah. Niners Seahawks. Yeah, that one wasn't really close either.
No, it was another domination.
Yeah.
The Niners I think are the best team. Well, we'll get there in a second. Let's see. Okay, so Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving was epic food wise, game wise, not so much. Then Friday was Dolphins versus Jets, and that one wasn't even close either.
Fun fantasy matchup between us though.
Yeah,
with the defenses.
Yeah, and I had Waddle, who's the second option, playing a great Jets defense, and he gets 19 points. Pretty impressive. And I had Mostert, who got 20-something points with a last minute touchdown run. So, yeah, that was a fun fantasy game for us going against each other. That pick six was insane.
Yeah, the Hail Mary pick six.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Insane.
And it was slow motion, dude. That dude was running so slow.
I saw someone say is funnier than the butt fumble. No. Wasn't.
Yeah, not funny.
Not even close.
Sorry.
Sorry to that guy.
And then Saturday was absolutely epic. Started with Michigan, Ohio State, and which was obviously awesome. Will we talk about that in college segment?
I don't usually recap the game Saturday,
Okay.
so we can do it now.
Okay, yeah.
I look ahead in college.
I'm trying to remember
typically.
that game. So much has happened. Obviously, Michigan won. And did they keep the lead the whole game?
I think so. I think they'd lead the whole game.
J.J. McCarthy had a him throw at one point where he threw it like right over like a linebacker's shoulder and then right next to a safety, if I recall. And Michigan is now ranked 6th.
No.
6th?
No, sorry. Ohio State is now ranked 6th.
Oh, yes. Michigan's ranked
2.
2nd, yeah.
Yeah. And then Florida State is in now because did we not know this, that one of Michigan and Ohio State was going to drop out? Like, duh.
No, we knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Florida State was just going to get back in regardless of next week.
Well, there's arguments for
Oregon
or
Texas.
Yeah. If Washington.
We'll get there.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk about this later if we want to do scenarios, but.
I love those college football scenarios.
Yeah, they're cute.
Eric,
I think
take on the game. Who are you rooting for?
Michigan. I'm always not rooting for the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
But I think the turning point in the game was when their best offensive lineman like broke his leg.
Yeah.
And like the next play after he got carted off, they scored a touchdown. So can't really beat that home field advantage. It's like 109,000, I think. It's probably an exaggeration. Probably like 5,000 less than that.
Yeah. It's close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough.
That's insane.
But atmosphere there is crazy. Never been. Don't think I would want to go, especially if my team's playing there. But yeah, I was rooting for Michigan the whole time. I cannot root for the Buckeyes in any capacity. So happy with the result, but I still think it's Georgia's national championship somehow, some way. But there were a ton of other decent games on Saturday.
I was watching
like Bama, Ole Miss, or Auburn.
Wild.
Yes.
Rivalry week.
What happened?
Did you not see the ending?
No, I did. I watched. Oh, yeah, that was the crazy thing that happened.
It was 4th and goal from like the 30 because they got a penalty, and it just has all day to throw, and he finds like the smallest part of the back of the end zone to complete the pass, and they win.
So Nick Saban said they actually practiced that in practice, and I assumed the idea is if that's a practice play, that, hey, let's get everyone like toward the right of the end zone maybe, and then have one player at the back corner and just hope you throw an insanely accurate ball. And he did a little push off. So just get separation, just try to catch in the very back of the end zone with hopefully only one defender around. And he did. That's so perfect. The stadium was on fire leading up to that. And I don't know how they got backed up. Was it sacks?
I don't remember. It was penalty, I think.
The play before that, Jalen Milroe, he was like scrambling around and he took like 2 steps in front of the line of scrimmage and threw it.
Oh, yeah. And then tried to back up behind it, but didn't fully get behind it.
Yeah, so that was
the ball. It was a grounding.
Yeah, that was one penalty. There may have been another one.
You can't do that, can you?
No.
You can't go forward and then go backward.
Correct. That's always a penalty. It's whether they're backed up.
Yeah, but he said he tried to back up behind it, but he didn't.
He did.
That's the penalty.
He tried to.
But even if you do go behind it, you can't do it. You can't throw.
Yeah, and he threw. That was why they were penalized.
I understand.
Back further.
You can't cross the line of scrimmage, then come back and then try to throw, right?
Correct.
Right.
Then they were penalized for it.
Okay. What Eric said made me think that there's a rule that you're allowed to go forward, and then if you go back behind
because I said he tried to go back and
okay. So I was thinking that if he did, then they wouldn't have penalized it.
No.
But yeah, that's a penalty.
Correct.
So that was the play before that. So it's 4th and goal. They're at Auburn. So, of course, in this situation, they had like a 0.1% chance to win the game. So, obviously, any fan would be like, oh, we're going to stop them here. There's no way they score here. So that play was absolutely wild. And it was a perfect throw, too. And I don't even know how he's able to get there wide open. It's insane.
I guess it's kind of revenge for the kick six. But the kick six, wasn't Alabama – did that like kick Alabama out of contention? Auburn really didn't have anything to play for.
Yeah, like right. Alabama was the
so not like
definitely favorite,
not true revenge, but that's freaking insane.
When that drive, Bama, they only got down there, they punted, and then Auburn muffed the punt, and that's how Bama got into Auburn's like 20 something, and then
so it's like
they got so lucky.
It's like a total Auburn collapse. Yeah, basically
they handed it to him.
But the other top teams that played, Washington was in they were in a close one.
Yeah, with Washington State.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they did something at the end that was impressive. Damn.
I couldn't see it. I don't know.
I watched Florida State because obviously they're two of my teams. And
that was close too.
It was close. It was so ugly. It's such bad football. I was impressed with the Gators quarterback in the beginning though. But Gators fans are once again calling for Napier's head as they do every other week.
You Gator fans.
But I had to stop watching in the middle of the fourth quarter because there was a WWE premium live event on called Survivor Series, and
CM Punk.
The main event was War Games, which featured the return after a year and a half of Randy Orton, who came back and just lit the arena on fire. And all the fans, they're in Chicago, which where CM Punk's from. So all the fans there it was rumored, speculated, people were dropping hints on WWE, but they're like, nah, they're just fucking with us. And then as the show's going off the air, they show the little trademark sign, which every time they do that, they just go to black and then the show's over. They did that. Everyone's thinking, okay, well, that was a fun show. Randy Orton came back. That was electric. They're good. They're about to go to black. CM Punk's music hits. This arena goes just fucking insane. You guys, it hits harder if you know how CM Punk left WWE. It's the most controversial and talked about departure from WWE in history. Maybe if the Bret Hart Montreal Screwjob happened into today, that would be number one. But this is definitely number one. So much animosity and between CM Punk and WWE over the years. So many things were said. He's like unpredictable. But I'll try to wrap up now. So he came back and
I'm lost.
This is how you feel when we talk college football.
Yes. So him coming back was the most unexpected thing. If you could say what's the most unexpected thing you could ever see in WWE, it'd be CM Punk back in WWE. He's back, and it was absolutely insane. So just from Saturday, Michigan, Ohio State, the Iron Bowl, and then
nice.
Florida State, and then Survivor Series, capping off with CM Punk. I had the best enjoyment of watching television that I've had in a single day in a long time until Sunday when the Jaguars defeated the Houston Texans to claim and probably keep first place in the AFC South for the remainder of the season. Big game that was. I'm sure we'll touch on it maybe a little bit. But that capped off an incredible week of television and sports. And then it was all ruined Monday night, Vikings versus Bears.
I mean, come on. That can't ruin it. One game you don't care about ruined it?
Oh, no. It's
ruined it for fantasy purposes.
Yeah,
true.
That was tough.
That's true.
Eric beat me by 1.5 points.
I think the worst part about that loss for you was you dropped a tight end and picked up Jonnu Smith, and he had 0.
No, I had Jonnu Smith on my team, and he's been doing well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he's been doing well.
I know
0
you
points.
You started him like earlier in the year.
There's so many things that went wrong, so many things that went right. I mean, I left Friday after the 2 days back to back. At the end of Friday, I had 90 fantasy points in 2 days in 4 football games, and only like 3 or 4 of my players had played.
Yeah.
So I was sitting very pretty. But the fact that I played Lamar and not CJ Stroud, I would never have taken Lamar out versus the Chargers.
You're just keeping CJ for his bye week this week.
Yeah. And it would be tough for me to play CJ Stroud versus the Jags. And then, so Jonnu Smith having 0. And then watching that last game, obviously I blame it on Addison.
Right.
Because he was the last person to play. He knows what I need. I just need 1.5 more points.
Do this for Andy.
And Dobbs just forgot how to fucking play football through the forward pass. 4 interceptions.
Yep.
I blame Addison. I think one of the balls went off Addison's hands.
Yeah, I sent you that one.
And then the long bomb, like in the beginning of the game to Addison, that he grabs and he has in his hands and he loses in the last second. And then
I really thought he caught that.
He should have.
I think he should have reviewed it at least.
Yeah, I think they almost, but then you're like, oh no, O'Connell's keeping it in his pocket, not going to challenge it. But the one that hurt the most was Dobbs toward the end of the game. Addison had 20 yards of separation down the sideline, and Dobbs throws it way too close to the sideline, out of bounds. He could have thrown it anywhere inbounds within like 10 yards, and Addison could have tracked it down. But yeah, Addison was in the end zone for a touchdown, and that one Dobbs couldn't get it to him. That was one of the worst quarterback performances I've ever seen.
Well, I'm glad I didn't watch the game. I mostly didn't watch it not because of the teams I were playing. I did not want to watch Addison pass me in fantasy because this loss would have probably ended my season.
Yeah,
I would have been probably 8th seed right now with 2 weeks left until playoffs start, and now I'm in 5th.
Watching a whole game when you need the player not to score points is so painful, especially when the Vikings had like 3 extra possessions at the end. Because I think they got a turnover, and then they eventually got
Fields fumbled.
Yeah,
late, yeah.
Then they eventually got the ball back.
I did. So I tuned in when I was only up by 1, and Vikings had the ball back to go.
They were going to do the hook and ladder
on the drive. No, before that, when Hawkinson scored, I was watching.
Oh my God!
And they were driving. I was like, "Please don't throw to Jordan, please." And it was like a 20-yard pass, touchdown Hawkinson. I'm like, "Yes, drive's over." Bears get the ball back. They get a field goal. I'm like, fuck. There's going to be one more play.
Yeah.
It's like,
and that one play, if the first pass
I was like, when you said that, I was like, if the first pass goes to Addison and he
pitches it,
it back, he doesn't get those yards.
But he does get the catch.
He does get the catch.
That's only one. Who gets the yards in that scenario?
Whoever finishes with the ball.
Yeah, like a pitch play?
Yeah.
Well, who caught it first? I think they get that yardage.
Oh, so the one who caught it catches it first?
Yeah. Well, not like the whole play. Like, I guess till whenever they pitch the ball.
Oh, okay. And then the rest is just like fumbles, so they all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else gets yards after that.
I know, but our league is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people at 6 and 6, and it's 5th through 8th seed. And, and 6 people make playoffs.
Are you in that bunch?
Yeah, he's in that bunch.
Both of you?
Yeah, we're both 6 and 6.
I was 5th seed before the day ended. Speaking of seeds changing all over the place, we talked about before the season of how crazy the AFC is, and there's so many good teams. Well, the competition at the top is so stiff,
same
like me,
Jinx.
That during Thanksgiving break, the 4 different teams in the AFC held the 1 seed. The Dolphins after their win Friday, the Jags after their win over the Texans, they held it till 4 p.m. Or they held it at 4 p.m. And then the Chiefs regained first seed after their victory. They held it at 7:19 p.m. And then the Ravens, after beating the Chargers, held it at 11:30. So Ravens ended up back on top where I think they started in the week.
Yeah.
But every team there won. So these next 6 weeks are going to be 6 or 7 weeks are going to be crazy in the AFC.
Bro, I need someone to beat the Chiefs.
I know.
I'm not worried about the Ravens because they have a pretty hard schedule.
And we play them. So that's what will determine that game, that seeding.
Like we got our balls tickled with when the Raiders were up 14-0 on the Chiefs.
Oh my gosh.
And it ended like 31-30. I'm like, all right. Thanks, Raiders. For nothing. Did they get the Broncos again? No, I think they played them twice.
I think they had them week 1 and week 18. I remember looking at that earlier this year.
Who? What?
I think the Broncos and Raiders played week 1 and also play week 18.
I meant Broncos Chiefs.
Oh,
sorry,
my bad.
Oh, do they play again? Because
Broncos Chiefs did not play again.
Ah,
they played twice.
Yeah, they split twice already.
Remember, we watched them in our private room in Pittsburgh.
That's the one I remember.
And then also it was an ugly Thursday night game. They won. Chiefs won 17-9, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe the Bills can beat them. Like, they're in a must-win situation here now.
Yeah, every game.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of glad the Bills lost, because now every game is must-win, and their next game is the Chiefs. So they will not be totally out of it.
Off the bye. Unless they come out like us.
All right, get your logos out. It's time to determine which teams
here we go.
in the NFL can – oh, yeah, what did I say? Which teams have a legit shot at going to the Super Bowl?
Going to.
Not winning. Going to.
No.
Going to Vegas, landing in Vegas, participating in the game.
Okay,
but not winning.
Do we put in the stipulation?
If you guys don't understand what I'm going through, I'll correct you.
If everything goes right.
If everything goes right.
The Dolphins.
Does that come into play here?
No, everything doesn't have to go right here. These teams that you can literally see their logo in Vegas for the Super Bowl.
On the sphere.
Dolphins.
No.
I say no as well.
I think no.
They're just not serious. They can't beat a real team.
They're unserious.
What about if they beat the Cowboys? Is that a real team?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
If they beat the Cowboys, I can see.
But you say neither of them are real teams.
Oh, man.
Why do you do this to me?
Then whoever wins, then they're not beating a real team. So ultimately, no one's a real team.
His reasoning's the logo, though.
I mean, if we're going on
history.
logos, no offense, Jags logo's tough to see in the Super Bowl.
Well, we didn't get
after
there.
history,
We didn't get
but
there
okay.
yet.
We're not going off logos. New rule right now.
I'll say no. I don't know. I'll say no for the Dolphins though.
Good pick. We cannot see them in the Super Bowl. They're just not. They're not it. Did you watch the Hard Knocks?
I haven't.
No, I have not either.
That's surprising.
Forgot about it, honestly.
Better than off-season one. So
Really?
yeah, though this one is so much better than the.
Sure. I guess
It
we're
wasn't-
in the thick of
Those
it.
Jets.
Yeah, I just can't.
In-season's got to be way better than off-season, though.
I would love for my team to be the in-season one, not the off-season one.
Well, we have that.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Low-key.
I can't see Mike McDaniel inspiring a man to play football.
Well,
He can coach, but I don't see him being the leader of men that I think you have to be. That's my takeaway. We don't need to argue.
okay.
You can give
I
your
have no rebuttal then.
You can give
We
your
can't
take.
argue.
I won't argue it. Just don't say it in an argumentative fashion. Just give your take on what I said.
If I had to be nice
But don't,
about
yeah,
it.
just be nice.
Hey, Andrew. It's a nice take you have, but I think I disagree.
Why? That's not me arguing. I'm just curious.
He may not be the typical rah-rah leader that you're looking for, I guess, but he's led this team to, what are they now, 8 wins?
8-3.
With some impressive coaching performances.
But they haven't beaten
A real team.
a real team.
But I guess
I think that comes from him.
You don't think he's real?
You guys see his inspirational speeches that he has. They're nothing.
But the thing is, he's so likable, though. The players love him.
Do they?
Definitely.
Okay. I'm not going to argue.
Do you like him?
No.
I love him.
I like him and then I don't like him.
Do you think head coach speeches actually rally the team though?
I think it's their culture builders, and I think Doug Peterson obviously is so much different than Urban Meyer. Not saying Mike McDaniel's Urban Meyer, but I think they do play a major role in the intangible stuff as well as he's great at the tangible stuff, the play calling, obviously. But I just I can't take him seriously. But I do enjoy his antics.
He's so funny.
There are times where I think he's corny and it doesn't work and he's trying probably too hard. But there are times where he's really funny and he's like, aha, that's good. NFL coach doing that? What? That's so funny.
Yeah, I feel like he's always in a bit.
Right.
With himself.
He's always in a bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all right, bro, I know it's a bit. Just act normal. Okay, that was a doozy.
No on the Dolphins. Sorry, Tristan. And Angela.
This is tough, but probably easy. Like that? Bills.
No.
No.
Okay. Nope. Not even going to mention those. The Chiefs. Yes.
Obviously.
The Broncos.
No.
Okay.
If Dolphins are no, Broncos are no. They got put 70 on their head by the team we said no.
Yeah. Totally different team now.
Is it?
They're surging. They just beat a team.
Browns.
Nope.
Browns.
Wow. Chargers are 4-7. How is Staley still there? That's insane. Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, their defense is so good.
And Andrews could come back by playoffs.
That is exactly what my waiver request suggests as well in fantasy.
I mean, NFL playoffs.
NFL, he won't be back by fantasy.
Oh, he won't?
No.
That's why I got rid of him.
Oh, good.
I got rid of him.
So no chance in which league?
My main one.
Oh, I respect that then.
It was tough. I was going to have him on my roster to watch the boys pull through, but I was like.
So we're safe on. I swear he's coming back for Sunday Night Football.
But likely,
he'll be out.
Likely's good though.
He is.
He's underrated.
I like Likely.
Nice.
I'm not smirking when I say this, and I don't expect any jokes to fly. But next team is Steelers.
No.
No, but do you want me to make a case?
Yes. I was hoping you'd say yes, so you would make a case.
Okay, yes,
yeah.
I'll make a case.
Yeah.
The Steelers haven't had one game this season from start to finish where TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and Minka played. And that will happen for the first time this week. And hopefully remainder of the season as Minka comes off IR. And we haven't really seen...
And who do you play?
This week we got the Cardinals, then the Patriots, then the Colts.
Oh, my God.
It's your first test, the Colts.
And then the Seahawks, Ravens.
Cupcakes.
Such a lucky team. You guys are so lucky this
It's a bunch
year.
of cupcakes. Tell Ravens.
And
Need you for that one, though.
True.
we need you for the Ravens. The division.
Why?
We got
you want to
each
win the
other.
division?
The division is.
It's up for
I'm not
grabs
just
for
saying
them.
that. It's definitely in sight for the Steelers.
God, that's insane.
Because we should win this week. If we win this week, we're 8-4, and the Ravens are 9-3. And then I just said the Steelers' easy schedule because we got the Patriots and Colts or whatever. The Ravens,
Have a tough schedule.
They got to travel to Jacksonville. Then they got to travel to San Fran. And then they have to host the Dolphins, fake team.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So that's
have
three
it
tough games.
And then y'all.
And then
for the
week
division.
18 is could be for the division. I could definitely see that.
Imagine Steelers host the game this year in the playoffs. That'd be insane.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of, so if Chiefs say it's through Arrowhead, I'm trying to think of a team that can beat them. They would play the lowest seed remaining from after round 1.
Correct.
Which if you're hosting the Ravens, would that make sense? That makes sense because they would be the first wild card.
If
and then
we're
you would be
4
the
and
last,
5, yes.
So, oh no, because they just play the lowest seed regardless.
Yeah, then we get the Chiefs in divisional.
No, if Ravens beat you. If Ravens beat you, they could get the Ravens, right? No.
If the 5 Ravens beat the 4 Steelers,
they wouldn't get Ravens. They would.
Yes, they would.
Yeah,
if the 2 and 3 both win,
still win.
Yes.
If like the Jags Dolphins both win, then they would play, and then Chiefs Ravens would play.
Hell yeah. That's my new rooting interest. That's a lot of shit to go right.
You want Ravens 5th seed?
I need Ravens to beat.
I mean, it could be Ravens could be the
Chiefs.
4 seed in that scenario.
Yeah, and all the
they don't
top
have to
seeds
lose
just
the division.
win.
Like they'll say the Steelers are the 5, Ravens are the 4. The Ravens win, they're the 4. They play the 1, the 2, and the 3.
But if the Ravens don't win, or if the Ravens win the division, I think they'll be like 2 seed.
Okay.
I think the best chance would be not winning the division. Okay, well.
Yeah, I mean either way.
I just need a team. If the Chiefs get the 1st seed, I need the team to play them in Arrowhead and beat them. That's not us. I don't want it to be us.
But
It'll be only be Ravens.
Yeah, you don't want the Steelers to do that. You wouldn't trust the Steelers to go into Arrowhead and beat them. You wouldn't trust the Dolphins to go into Arrowhead and beat them.
No.
So it's got to be the Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens is the only team.
The Texans.
So now I'm rooting for the Steelers to win the division.
Yeah, I don't think that really matters.
Okay.
But yeah, you can root for it with me.
No, what? No, you're rooting. I'm rooting for the. Oh yeah.
I'm also
with
rooting
you.
for the Steelers.
Hell yeah, let's go, Jack.
Yeah.
No
if you didn't
argument
know,
here.
I'm going to be rooting for the Steelers this year.
Where we at?
And you already got that dub against them, so.
The Ravens, yeah. So
Yeah.
we already have one head to. I mean, it doesn't really matter because week 18 it'll be 2-0 us or 1-1, and maybe we could still lose that game with the division. It comes down to our divisional record.
Next team, the Jags. This should be easy.
No.
Yes.
Yes, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Yes.
I could see it.
Thank you.
See you in Vegas.
I have to say this team because they have a winning record. The Colts.
No.
No. The Texans.
Super Bowl? No.
Really?
Yeah, not Super Bowl, but I think they're very good.
They could be so dangerous in the playoffs. But you're right. I don't see them winning.
Yeah.
They'd say they're a wild card. They'd have to travel for every game.
I could see
Unless
them.
something crazy
I could see
happens.
them like beating the Dolphins in some crazy shit in the playoffs, but
Yeah.
getting to the Super Bowl.
I can't even
no.
see them beating the Chiefs. Like, what's the Chiefs defense not going to scare CJ? He's going to just sling it around all game. He don't care. I could definitely.
Chief defense is really good.
They are. But I think
CJ
if you
Stroud
want
is kind of fearless. I see what you mean.
Yeah, he is.
I would love for a Texans Chiefs playoff. Well, I don't want the Texans in the playoffs. Not after Sunday. I'm done with the Texans.
Not
until,
after what them fans were doing on Twitter. Like they're Full of themselves.
And what CJ was doing. And what CJ was doing. Fucking cunt. And what CJ was doing. And what CJ was doing in the pocket. Yes. I don't want to see them until next season. Okay. That
all the
was AFC. So what do we do? Jags,
we said
Ravens,
Chiefs. That's it.
Chiefs.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's good. We're trying to keep it exclusive. At NFC, can Philly make the Super Bowl? Obviously. No. Can you guys? Let's get a vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're going to be there.
Can the Cowboys?
Sorry.
Can you see the Cowboys going to Vegas?
I said yes in preseason. So I'm going to say yes again. Even though they haven't beat, like the Dolphins, a good team.
Let me go through. Let me just remind myself because I'm kind of leaning toward yes. I just want to remind myself who they beat. The Giants 40-0, Jets 30-10.
Their point differential is going to be crazy. I could look it up.
Lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, their point differential
Dobbs.
is crazy. It's plus 162. That might be the biggest
Gotta
in
be
the
the most.
league.
That Dobbs win on the Cardinals is probably why he's
Yeah.
got that Minnesota hire.
Beat Patriots 38-3. Lost to the Niners, a serious team, 10-42.
Worse than us.
Beat the Chargers, yeah. Beat the Chargers. Beat the Rams 43-20. Jeez. Lost to the Eagles in a great game where they really maybe
that was
outplayed them or played just as well. 23-28.
Need the rematch.
Good Lord, they put up some points this year. Beat the Giants 49-17. Beat the Panthers 33-10. Washington 45-10. Good God. Yeah, they haven't beaten anyone.
They're a machine offensively, though.
So we also got blown up at the Niners, but have we proven that the Jags are like a serious team? Like for what we did to the Bills, what we did to the Texans in a very important game. Do you think the Jags have proven that they're serious?
I think we've proven.
I know we put them in the
that we have grit.
The Steelers got blown up by the Niners. Who did the Niners lose to? They lost to the Bengals,
all the injured
Browns.
guys.
They lost to the Browns that
Vikings.
weird game,
That
and
was
Vikings.
Weird. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh yeah, and then we beat the Saints. We're serious. We beat the Steelers.
If we lose to Baltimore, I won't take us seriously.
Oh, really? What if it's a close game?
At home.
Well, the home thing doesn't mean much to me. We've lost.
Well, then what about the Cowboys lost to the Eagles? On the road, really, they were literally 3 yards short of winning that game.
Yeah, that's why I think.
play.
That's why I think I can take. Them
I
seriously.
said yes.
I can say yes.
I have stated my love for the Cowboys
And Dak
specifically Dak,
man crush.
MVP.
but
You're obsessed.
I'm saying no
Wow.
because I've bought into them too many times in the past, and it's one of those inexplainable things. Like it's something with like if this whole team was just wearing different jerseys, I would have faith in them. But I don't know. It sounds dumb to say, but I'm still gonna say no.
That's fair. I totally understand it, and you could easily convince me as well. You may have. Probably the second biggest point differential. The Niners are a unanimous yes, I assume.
Yeah.
The Seahawks. We said yes preseason. I say no now.
I say no.
Also saying
Strong no.
Detroit.
Also
It's
no.
tough. Yeah, I'm gonna say I just can't see it. Losing to Green Bay, 22-29.
They have a good story, but I don't think they're there yet, especially defensively against those other teams that are in their conference.
Lost to the Ravens 6-38.
They got blown up by the Ravens. They beat the Chiefs. No Kelsey, no Chris Jones.
Yeah.
I'll say yes though. I want a third team.
Lions logo.
And
on
then
the Las Vegas sphere.
that is it
That'd be
for
crazy.
the NFC because the NFC South is dirt.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know the Panthers could still make the playoffs? 'Cause of how bad that division is. They're 1-10, and they're
4 games back.
Yeah, Falcons are 5-6, and they still play the Falcons in a bunch of divisional games.
The Panthers are minus 119 point differential. Although that's not the worst. The Giants are minus 133.
Yikes! What's the Steelers? Do you have the whole list up?
Yeah, the Steelers are minus
You break even?
23.
Oh, no.
Not yet. Soon. You need some more games with your new OC.
Yeah.
Let's see if I see any crazy ones. No. Ravens are plus 137. Jags are only plus 29.
I just love seeing the Patriots just being last in the conference.
Oh, so bad.
2-9.
So bad.
So bad.
So bad.
Chargers. Oh my God.
Chill.
King of the weekend is Steelers offense.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome, Jack.
Thanks.
Somehow you managed a 6-4 team with the worst offensive coordinator of all time in your history. You fire Canada. You put up 400 yards for the first time since 2020, the season. And now, as we just discussed, you should certainly be a lock for the playoffs.
I don't want to throw out lock, but I'm liking our chances.
But yeah, king of the weekend is Steelers offense. Because even with Deontay Johnson's antics, somehow still putting up 400-plus yards.
How many points did you score?
16.
With only 16 points.
But
that's 4 football fields, and you scored 16.
But if Deontay Johnson catches that,
true,
it's 23.
It's
which
like,
is like normal.
It's like Ridley for us. Drop king.
Yeah. Great route running can make up for routine drops.
We will both bounce back.
It was tough to decide between my two kings. I'll pick Frank Reich because he gets out of that disaster and he probably is making millions, not working, not head coaching the worst team in the NFL with no future.
With a horrible boss, it all seems like.
Yeah, that press conference was crazy, wasn't it?
I didn't watch it.
I never seen an owner come out and like defend their first overall quarterback pick mid-season.
Well, it's reports are that Reich wanted Stroud and Tepper just demanded Bryce Young.
Damn.
So that's probably why he came so aggressive in defending it.
Yeah, he's owed $9 million per season over the next 3 seasons.
Tepper is still paying Matt Rule.
Oh my God! There's a team that's paying some crazy.
Actually,
he's coaching Nebraska now.
Yeah,
right?
I actually don't know that for certain because I think it was like a clause that if he takes another job, like that money he makes there offsets what Tepper has to pay him. But I mean, just another huge miss. He's been I think he took over ownership in 2017, 18, and he's just been awful since.
Do you think the Raiders are still paying John Gruden, or did they fire him with cause?
I
Maybe they
think
did.
so. Yeah, that contract was 10 years at $10 million a year.
Do you know how much Texas A&M is paying Jimbo Fisher?
So much.
I want to know how much they're still paying him and how much they have to pay.
$77 million.
What over what?
That's just how much
He's
they have
gone.
left to pay him.
How many years does it say?
I'm just
That's how much they
reading.
still have to pay him.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine being him? I mean, not. Oh my God.
And like these coaches that get fired, why do they so eagerly want to take another job? Just sit there and do nothing and get all that money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I get it a little bit.
You could go in a
testament to the money not being shit.
Right.
They've done it their whole lives, and I think everyone wants a purpose, and this is the only thing they know. But fuck, teach high school football like in your local area. That seems, and then you're making
or get in the media maybe if you're likable.
Urban.
Yeah, or not likable for urban.
My king of the weekend. What's the word?
Frank Reich.
That doesn't quite make it.
Honorable mention.
Yes, is Scott Hansen for being like super football guy, not exiting the building when there was an emergency signal to leave the building. He stayed and he stayed for the end of, can't remember what game it is. A good game.
Bills Eagles.
Yes. Oh, so good. And he saw that one through. And I think he lied. He said, all right, everyone's out besides me. I'm going to stay here with you guys. He doesn't have control buttons on his booth, his podium there. There are definitely people that still stayed. He just said that probably for PR. But yeah, he stood it out. So thank you, Scott. I did eventually go to CBS because they had the game here locally, but that was a great game. Oh my God.
Kind of.
Yeah, not the ending that Jack wanted. But the ending I want the Bills out of here. Don't want them in the playoffs.
Yeah, super weird Jack take that night, or we were all watching.
Oh, I can argue about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jack, I mean, I don't really care anymore. Kind of got it out of my system, but
you cared at the time.
I did a lot. So me and Jack were talking about. I was like, so Jack, he roots against the Eagles, obviously, and he roots for whatever team they're playing, no matter what. Like he was rooting super hard for the Patriots, even though they were big Steeler rivals when they played the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And I think it's because he hates his friends and probably family members that live in Philly and doesn't want to see them happy. But when the Eagles are playing the Bills, I'm like, come on, Jack. The Bills could be a prime competition for the Steelers to make the playoffs in one of the wild card seeds. You got to be at least rooting for the Eagles just in case, it comes down to week 18 and the Bills somehow get in over the Steelers by one game. And wouldn't you regret rooting for the Bills to beat the Eagles? And he said, no. I think you said you'd rather the Steelers miss the playoffs than the Eagles win that game versus the Bills.
I don't think I said that exactly. I think
you said, I personally know so many Eagles fans in the link right now. To think of them going home so wet and so cold and sad and so irrationally thinking their season is over if they lose, nothing would bring me more joy.
I mean, that would have happened. If they lost, they would say the season's over.
And then Andy says, if the Bills get in over the Steelers by one game come January, at least the Eagles lost to them. You said, I can live with that.
I could. Because if
you don't
one
make
fucking
playoffs,
game,
as we said, like the Steelers, like our schedule isn't tough. If we don't make the playoffs at this point, it's kind of on us. We definitely would have. If we don't make the playoffs, we have lost a game we shouldn't have lost. So it's on us. That game.
But like you expected to lose one of those. Like
I do not expect to lose to the Cardinals or Patriots.
Okay, true.
I wouldn't be too surprised to drop one of the Colts. But I feel like if we miss the playoffs, it's probably losing one of these games we really shouldn't lose. So, yeah.
I just want to get there. I don't care how it happens. So, but you hate the Eagles just because
the fans are the worst.
You grew up there.
Yeah.
And you had to
the Eagles fans, you guys probably know, are notoriously, they're known for being horrible.
They did a poll. I think it was The Athletic.
Yeah, worst fans, they got it.
They probably win every year.
Yeah, they should. And just living in it and knowing it, experiencing firsthand. And like going to school as a child.
Oh, God.
Like being the only.
Trauma. I went as an adult.
Oh. Being the only like non-Eagles fan. It's kind of like me against the world.
How close were you to being an Eagles fan?
Not even a little bit. Thanks to my dad for that.
Yeah. Would he ever let you? Sorry.
Do you hate the Eagles more than you love the Steelers?
No, I already asked him that.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Okay.
But it's like kind of close. Like honestly,
That's disgusting.
If I'm being completely honest,
I think it's true though.
You got to remove the hate, man.
I was pretty like
you'll live freer
on top of the world after the Steelers game, beating the Bengals over 400 yards, free of Canada. Kind of ruined it a little bit when the Eagles won.
It's just so irrelevant to your life. You don't live there. You don't live anywhere near there. The only thing that's happening is people that either friends or family are upset, and you're reveling in that.
Sorry.
So cold and so wet.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Well, who's your king?
Deron Bland.
Who?
Oh, the pick six king.
Yes, and I wrote Deron Bland and all the Cowboys. We talked about the Cowboys at length. They're kind of rolling right now. Don't really believe in them because I said why, but Deron Bland, 5 pick sixes. It's a NFL season record, which impressive record, and to do it only 11 games in, it's even more crazy.
When was it Nance and Romo on that call?
Yep.
Yeah, when Nance was talking about that when he was scoring, and he said 5 pick sixes and one. That's the record. Everyone in the room that I was in was like, "What did he say?" Like no one believed it. He's like 5 in his career, right? But I was like, when someone said that, I was like, no, that wouldn't be the record. Someone has 5 pick sixes in their career. That had to have been the season. Everyone was mind blown.
Yeah.
5 in one season? That doesn't happen.
Crazy.
People don't even get 5 picks.
Yeah.
I don't even think a Jags player has 5 picks.
No, they've been sitting at 3 since we've been hyping them up.
I wonder if any player in the league has 5 picks.
I think there is a few. I think the leader's at like 6.
How many does he have total? Do we know?
I think he has one
Oh my God.
6. So I think he's at 6.
5 pick sixes.
That's crazy.
Do you think that's skill or right place, right time that many times?
I mean, you said it. If it happens that many right place, right time, that many times, I think it's a skill.
Yeah.
They should put it on punt return. Kind of same.
Turpin, is there a punt returner?
There's only 2 players right now with more than 5 interceptions. Him and Geno Stone, which I didn't know who that was, but he's on the Ravens.
Ravens, yeah.
Rookie, right? Yeah, he's defensive rookie of the year candidate.
Do you know who?
Geno Stone?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Just 3 years. He's been playing 3 years. Drafted in 2020.
Well, he has it up. I know he's going to see it.
Everyone else has 4 or less.
He's a safety, right? Not a cornerback. Was he listed at?
Bland?
Yeah. No. Geno Stone.
Yeah, safety.
That's quite a safety duo because he's not even the best safety. Kyle Hamilton's having an incredible season.
Damn.
Don't tell me that.
That's not. No, they drafted him, right?
Yeah, first round 2022, Notre Dame.
Whatever that safety that the Titans drafted that had like injury history coming out of college.
Titans?
Just a few years ago.
Adoree? Is that his name?
No, it was a corner.
Oh.
Sorry.
Out of
and then he got injured again.
At Virginia Tech. Was it Farley?
Yeah.
Or did he go to the
Farley.
Yeah, Farley, Caleb Farley.
Yeah,
Don't
he
know.
didn't pan out.
Didn't his
thankfully.
dad's house blow up?
Was that him?
I think that was him.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the only headline I can recall about him recently.
Which isn't good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Some other NFL notes. I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you see the Alex Smith rant on Tom Brady?
I did.
Okay, I have not. I saw people talking about it all over the place, so I want to listen to it and for the first time and just see what he was saying. So I'm going to play that now.
I think in NFL history. I mean, a lot here, Sam. Listen, first off, let me just preface this. I love Tom, the GOAT. But
you don't need to say that. But you need to say it. Just get him.
First off, he hasn't been retired that long. He was just playing. He just won a Super Bowl in the current game.
This is, just to give you some context, this is commenting on Tom Brady saying, I think there's a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL. I don't see the excellence that I saw in the past.
Is he discounting that one?
What?
Can I point out more context to you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you see the who is at that table with him? It's Teddy Bruschi,
yes.
Patriot,
it's the perfect cast.
Randy Moss, Patriot, Rex Ryan, former Jets coach.
Which he has a funny joke about.
You can,
later.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
He just won a Super Bowl.
I did see one clip, I'll admit.
In the current game. Is he discounting that one? And then my biggest complaint with this, and no offense to you guys, well, all 3 of you guys, he played in the most uncompetitive division, I think, in NFL history. I mean, you come out of training camp, the biggest cupcake division, you got a ticket to the playoffs right away. Talk about mediocre. I completely disagree with this. I know he's referencing the rule changes over the middle to the receiver, but in my opinion, I think the game's gotten better. There's more parity across the league. Quarterback play is at an all-time high, I think, across the league. The best, you've got the best athletes playing the position. We didn't have this 30, 40 years ago. And then I also, listen, he's referencing also that offense is down, right? The numbers this year. To me, I kind of think we're in a golden age of D linemen. I mean.
So yeah, funny that he called out the AFC East with Rex Ryan there. So quarterbacks these days, I think, are more athletic, obviously. But are they as good as when we had Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees,
Ben Roethlisberger,
Phillip
Rivers,
Joe Flacco was even good, MVP, Super Bowl MVP. Give me more. Tony Romo.
You said Brees.
Yes.
Yeah, you said Brees.
Rivers, Eli Manning,
McNabb, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
McNabb.
Well, we got Lamar. That's the new Vic.
Carson Palmer.
Yeah. So a lot of quarterbacks that I wonder
Andrew Luck. Sorry to say him.
If we went and just looked down the teams right now, I bet we could find a lot of teams that wish they had a better quarterback. Those players that we just named were franchise quarterbacks for a long time.
I mean, of the current quarterbacks playing, who's definitely in the Hall of Fame?
Definitely. If their career just continues on track.
Yeah. No. Right now.
So
and I get a lot of them are young, so it's kind of a weird argument.
So
but
their
like
season ended right now.
The career ended right now. Like there's only one in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's because only one's played long enough. A lot of these guys are young. Mahomes.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of them are young.
Yeah. So there's I think we're in an era right now. Well, I wouldn't say quarterback is at all. Definitely wouldn't agree with him there. That quarterback plays an all-time high.
Just a lot of young guys.
A lot of young guys that like are we don't know for certain if they're going to be the legendary Mannings, Rodgers, like that group. Mm-hmm. We only know for certain on Mahomes, really.
We're still transitioning.
Surefire Hall of Famer.
We're still transitioning for certain.
Rodgers still playing. I guess he counts too. But
do you think Lamar has to win a Super Bowl regardless if his career stays like this to be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think his rushing is going to help him.
What if if he continues for like how long? Because like parallel to Cam Newton, he had MVP season, incredible rushing quarterback. He's nowhere. He's not safe in the Hall of Fame, I don't think.
No.
So like,
I feel like he's oh man, he was so good.
Yeah, and like, feel the same way about Lamar at times. But like, if Lamar and running quarterbacks are more injury prone, if he gets injured, he falls off in the next like 2 years, then like it's kind of the same career as Cam Newton. And Cam Newton made a Super Bowl and won a conference, if that even counts for more.
Damn, he did.
Yeah, we really don't have Pat Mahomes right now.
Yeah,
everyone else is like still.
But yeah, and as I said, we said there are a lot of younger quarterbacks, I guess. So we're still got to wait. But my main thing I disagree with Alex Smith here is that I get his point that it's probably the most uncompetitive division in football history, but it's because of Brady and the Patriots. That's why it was non-competitive, because of how much better they were than the other teams.
Okay, there was no chance that they didn't even put up a fight
because of how good the Patriots are.
Why is that stopping them from drafting well and having franchise quarterbacks?
The Jets also made an
None of them
championship.
Had
and like they had a few years. The Bills were relevant a little bit.
None of them ever had a franchise quarterback, and that's what you need to have sustained success.
Yeah,
that Jets defense was great, but it lasted like 3 years. I think that's a great point that like Brady played in a shit division for so like it would be one thing if like multiple teams from the division were like making the playoffs every year, but they just had no running mates in that division.
But he didn't just dominate the division.
He did.
He didn't just dominate the division.
Right, he dominated
everyone.
League.
He won 7
this isn't. I don't think it's discounting Brady being like a GOAT. I think it's just saying, I don't know what it's saying, but yeah, his competition in the division could have been better.
So could have Peyton's. That's why they always played each other.
Peyton's was ass too.
The only one that they got really tested was Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Is he better than Brady?
Peyton's was so bad as well because he had the Texans who were always Matt Schaub gave Peyton probably his, but they always beat him. And the only time like the Colts didn't win the division was the Titans had they were like 12-0 at one point with Kerry Collins. They were like going for undefeated, but they lost. I think that was CJ's Chris Johnson was there, and then the next year they had Vince Young. That was interesting.
Didn't McNair and Manning win co-MVP in 2003?
No clue.
I'm pretty sure they had a co-MVP in 2003.
That should be a trivia question this offseason.
How about that?
Next time.
I'll remember it. And then, yeah, the Jags didn't really give... I don't think we ever won the division with Peyton Manning there, which is so crazy.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I think Brady just has to wait for the current QBs to develop. He's being impatient because he literally just retired. They're still working on themselves.
I'd say referee is the first thing that needs to be fixed. But we are. I don't know. Is it always this way where the primetime games are just shit every single? What it seems like every.
You mean
I feel like
poorly officiated?
No, sorry, I'm off the refs. Just a product.
Yeah. Competition.
So bad. Like
yeah, a lot of standalone games haven't been great. And like that's kind of what people reference.
I learned this past week, and after the Jags game, and then after the Eagles-Bills game, did you know that a horse collar tackle on a running back or quarterback even is legal in the pocket and inside the tackle box? Like if a running back's inside the tackle box, running up the middle, he can get horse collared from behind. That's legal. And a quarterback can also get sacked by the horse collar in the pocket. We all knew this?
I knew that. I don't know why though. Like I don't know why it makes sense.
Like I've seen the horse collar sack a lot of times. And
what? I've never. When I saw our Josh Allen take down CJ Stroud by the horse collar, I was like, "Fuck, that's a flag." Why in the pocket is it safe?
I don't know.
How is that not against the rules?
I guess like maybe a reasoning could be like it's so like congested and messy in the pocket that like it's hard to make a clean tackle. So like however way you get your hands on the quarterback, bring him down.
But like they have rules against touching the quarterback, like
right,
touching him in the helmet.
It's contradictory to that whole philosophy.
It's very contradictory for protecting the quarterback. That's crazy. Only thing I could think of was that the reason why grabbing the horse collar is illegal outside the pocket is because you're going faster and it's more dangerous. In the pocket, you're kind of standing still.
That's true. Yeah, I guess it could cause more like lower body injury if you're going fast. Like maybe like I don't know, like you hyperextend something if you get slowed down that quick abruptly.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I'm bad at transitions.
What next? Well, what are we talking? I'll transition. What do we do next?
It's mine.
What? Oh.
So another argument we had in text over the last few days.
Oh, right. Oh, this thing.
This is very important. This could change my life. This isn't just a thing.
All right.
I proposed in the group chat, and I have great stuff to back it up. Why don't I put $100 on Jaguars Josh Allen to win Defensive Player of the Year because it pays out $6,000 right now? How is that not like the most? Give me like if you're gonna take a flyer, it's this one. And Jack, what was your argument?
I think my biggest issue with this is how much money you're putting on it. Maybe you're rich.
I mean, I am rich.
Maybe you're rich. But
because the odds are so favorable.
Like a flyer, I mean again, it always obviously depends on your unit.
Oh God. I still don't know what that means. I have
like,
no unit. I have nothing in my account. I'd have to deposit.
Like your unit is like your standard wager. What like if you were betting a spread, what would you put on it?
I wouldn't. I would just do because that's not enough money for me. I would do a parlay.
Right.
So if I did a parlay, it's usually like $10.
Yeah, that. I guess your unit is $10.
But I don't always do $10. Like, why is that my unit? I don't want that.
Then if you're more confident in something, you go 2 units. So
that's so stupid. Okay,
I mean it's a way to like.
So that's 10 units.
Yeah, but it's a way to like compare how good like a professional gambler could say like, oh, I'm up $100,000 this season. But if they're betting $100,000 a game, that means their record could be like 10 and 11 and 10.
Okay, gotcha.
But if they say, and so then if their unit was that, they say I'm up 1 unit, it'd be like, all right, that's not that impressive.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's kind of a way to standardize, like to get rid of like how much money.
Okay.
Everyone, so
it's 10
universal.
Units.
Yeah, that's too much.
But
that's irresponsible gambling to put 10 units on a plus. What is it? 6,000.
6,000. But why do you? So one of your arguments was like the odds is too crazy.
Yeah, the odds are too long.
So thanks. But and you mentioned all the players in between. But odds change every week.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen has a favorable rest of schedule. He plays Orlando Brown, who's rated 49th out of 57th left tackles. Jaron Christian, 26 out of 57. Ronnie Staley, 34 out of 57. Tristan Wirfs, the best one that he plays. Ikem Ekwonu, 27 out of 57. And rookie Jalen Duncan. So a lot of those, I don't know, name off the quarterbacks that we're playing.
Browning, Flacco maybe. Lamar, Baker, Bryce Young, Levis.
So a lot of opportunity for Josh Allen, and he's third in the league in sacks, I think. He's like 2 behind whoever the leader is. So I think if he ends with the most sacks in the league on a team that is top 3 seed, I think it's a great opportunity to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't hate it. I like your argument, and I think it's a fine bet. You shouldn't put 10 units on it.
Okay, so that was your argument.
You should put $10 on it.
What about 5 units?
I mean, it's whatever you're comfortable with, I guess. But
100, I'm comfortable.
Then it's just
$6,000. That's crazy.
But it's still crazy to turn your $10 into $650.
Until I realize, fuck, I could have done 100 and been like.
You can save for anything though.
No, but 100 is what I would do. If I don't do it and it happens, I'll be pissed. I'm not going to say, fuck, I could have put 1,000. I would never put 1,000.
You're just going to drop $100 on nothing. Something that's
nothing.
Realistically, it's probably not going to hit.
Yeah,
do you acknowledge that? Do you acknowledge that it probably won't hit? It's far more likely this is not good. I think you've convinced yourself in the head it's going to happen. It probably will not.
Probably will not.
It's like so
Give me
likely.
1%.
I mean, based on those odds, it's like a 2% chance, 1% chance that's gonna.
No, based on the odds, doesn't matter. Odds doesn't matter. Forget the odds. That's not real.
Yes, they are.
Don't use the odds to determine who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Why would you do that?
I mean, you're giving me a % chance, and the odds are unbiased.
Can change.
They will change. He won't end the year being +6, whatever it is. But the odds are like an unbiased source indicating what's the likelihood. There's like a 1 to 2% chance probably.
I don't think Vegas knows.
They don't know what you know?
I don't think Vegas knows that Josh Allen is playing these tackles.
They definitely do.
And they don't know the quarterbacks that he's playing.
They definitely do.
I think I know
Andy,
the Jags.
They know. They know. They know
Tristan Wirfs, Ronnie Staley.
They know just as much, and
Orlando
I hate to
Brown.
break it to you, they probably know more than you.
Well, I'm going to make a decision by the end of the week how many units I'm putting on Josh Allen winning Defensive Player of the Year.
I think
and if it's 10, you guys,
what?
You might see me in a new house.
You're going to buy a house for $6,500.
We'll see.
Yeah, I it's just too much money.
This
100
is
too
acting
much.
off emotion because he kind of won the Houston game.
Yeah, he had a great game, no doubt. I talked about it in my notes that I wrote about the game.
After that game is going to get a lot of 2 primetime games left. If he goes off on those games, a lot of recognition.
That's crazy though. You got TJ Watt right there.
Yeah.
And you think Josh Allen is gonna?
TJ Watt's old news.
I bet his odds are like +1.
He's a favorite, I think now.
It's not
I think it's switched. I saw a tweet that it's switched. I mean, it probably varies per sports book, but they're probably pretty even between Watt, Myles Garrett, and Micah Parsons.
I love the bet though, because it's the same thing you did with the Jags going to the Super Bowl. You put 100 on that, didn't you?
What was that?
Nothing.
Do you understand my theory there, though? Right?
That the Jags go to the Super Bowl.
I put $100 on them to go to Super Bowl as like insurance, party insurance. So if they go, I now have money for a plane ticket and a hotel. I have
probably not both.
Which will now if we do the Breeze flight.
You're not going to get that money until
basically I'm spending $100 to have $1,000 of Super Bowl spending money. Yes. So that's literally what insurance is. And I'm willing to do that.
Yeah. But then when the Jags
no, fine. Yes, it hurts.
You're down $100.
Yes, it hurts because
but you'll have made $100 10 times over. Not 10 times.
With what? Tell me.
Just throughout your year.
What should I do? Give me a bet. How do I make 100? Because I'm in a big slump.
Yeah, then when you're in a big slump, this is not the time to, to drop 10 units on a plus 6,500 bet.
You know what I'm going to do to get back?
What?
I actually thought about this today. I'm going to bet on like the most easy wins. So I'm going to do a parlay of like the most obvious wins just to get back on track. So Jags over Bengals. Any college games this weekend?
Yeah.
All conference championships.
Okay.
Those aren't obvious though.
Georgia over Bama.
I mean, look at the spread. Oh wait, were you gonna test it, or you told us not to look at the spreads?
Yeah, not for college, for
NFL. I thought you were going for NFL.
Main one is going to be Niners, Eagles.
I mean, the Steelers are home against the Cardinals. That should be a favorable spread. I don't know what that will be though.
Kyler scares me though.
Me too, kind of. But who else does?
So I think I'm going to get back on track this weekend just by betting really easy ones. Okay, thank you guys.
All right.
Anything else in NFL?
You trying to get posted as that
yes.
parlay?
Yeah. Oh man,
that wins 6 figures.
I guess we can't say it, but this betting app, I follow them and they get me every time they post this. And let me find the one that I shared on Twitter.
They're gonna tweet. This Florida better put $100 for Josh Allen to win Defensive Player of the Year.
So
he won $600,000.
Yeah, some guy his first Florida better, first ever bet on a 12 leg. He just picked winners of the NFL weekend.
Spreads. He picked spreads, right?
I think it mix of both.
Yeah, money lines.
$5, and he got all of them right. All 12 games. That's so hard. That's impossible, really. You won $1,000, $11,500
off of a what bet?
$5.
$5.
Probably 1 unit.
Yeah,
not 20 units. Not
20 right,
units.
But I would never go 20 units on that crazy of a. He was that was a plus 229,000. That's not plus 6,000. Can you imagine that the odds? How do you do that? Like, people are just doing this all over the place.
I tried.
People are winning all the time.
I did a 9-leg this past week and then deleted it.
I need to keep playing because these wins are happening all the time, all around me. And if I don't play, it's not going to be me. They're not going to tweet about me.
It happened to me once.
Who's not winning? I think everyone's winning besides me.
I hit a 7-legger.
I'm not winning.
7 legs, all spread. So I turned $5 into $460.
Nice. What if you bet 10? Or 50.
I was like 19 at the time, so like I didn't have any money.
Oh.
And $5 was a lot for me. And it was like one of my first ever wagers, so I got hot too early.
Yeah, like me when I did mine.
I was like, this is easy. I can do this every week.
Jags,
you can't.
Saints, you can't.
Otherwise, Vegas wouldn't have the lights on.
Yeah, or this app just posting these victories of people. Like, I saw another one today. Someone won $136,000. Betting $200 on a crazy amounts of games, and like Hard Rock this app is celebrating it. I'm like, oh man, you just lost $136,000 and you're celebrating it. That shows you how much money they fucking make every single day.
Yeah, no kidding.
They can throw us some bones. All right, what's next on NFL?
Those are the biggest charities.
Are we gonna talk Jags Texans?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to lead this?
Yeah, we said our piece on our post game.
That's true.
Video on YouTube.
I'm onto the Bengals, bruh.
Yeah, I'll go through my notes.
Like, Texans they're little bro.
Yeah.
I'm
Did you just discover Lil Bro?
Yeah, I love that. I love Lil Bro. It's so demoralizing. Like, don't call me Lil Bro. I'm gonna cry.
Shit, been around, bro, Lil Bro.
Don't do it.
I said Lil Bro. That's a little different.
Oh, okay.
That's a little cooler.
Yeah,
Lil Bro.
Lil
Bro is like, damn, what you mean? But Lil Bro is like, come on, Lil Bro.
I'm sick. I will say one thing about the game. I'm sick of the CJ Stroud glazing, especially Jack when he liked that.
Yeah, when I liked
he liked an incompletion from CJ Stroud. It wasn't completion, but it didn't count.
Yeah.
All right, what's your take on Jags versus Texans?
Well, I was inspired to watch the All-22 based off our discussion about Stroud or Trevor, who had a better game. Discussion, not really.
It was me asking what was the QBRs
yeah,
of the two.
And Stroud
Do we know yet?
Stroud. I texted to you. Stroud had a better QBR.
What was the QBRs? And then I was like,
I think it was like 77 to 66. And Kenny was in between them.
Oh, you sent a crazy definition of the formula.
Yeah. So I wanted to see it for myself.
And did you confer with QBR? I mean, you glaze over QBR, so you're gonna just confirm their stance anyway. You don't have any guts to stand up to QBR.
I mean, what am I supposed to say now?
QBR industrial complex.
I think Stroud definitely had a better game.
Definitely. Yeah. That's crazy.
I can read you all my notes.
Hold on. Here. I don't want you, because you're gonna start talking. I'm gonna want.
Then you're not gonna listen to me.
I want to interject.
You can interject me whenever, if you want. I don't care.
I think what I say. Okay, go.
The one thing that stood out to me a lot, which I noticed when the Steelers played Stroud and just watching him throughout other weeks, that his pocket presence is incredible.
Yep, he reminds me of Mahomes, and that's gonna suck to play every single year.
And he evades pressure so well and shakes off tacklers so well. And I think later in this in my notes, and maybe it's just because he's wearing a Texans uniform, but it reminds me a lot of a young Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
so I feel like they hit on that again.
That sucks.
Fucking Panthers, bro.
And simultaneously while doing that, he does a great job keeping his eyes downfield instead of a check down or rushing to pick up a few yards. So he really extends plays well when he's on the move. However, this kind of costed him a first down, I thought, at the end of the second half. Tank Dell, if you remember, was like on the left. He couldn't keep his feet in bounds. I thought Stroud may have been able to run for that third down or run for that first down, and they ultimately settled for a field goal attempt and missed it. So that was key in the first half. He had the touchdown pass to Nico Collins was really impressive.
Which one? The one where you scrambled for like 5 seconds?
Yeah, it was later in the game. And
then he did another one where he passed it off to one of them, and he was like running to the right, and he just threw it, and then he ran in.
Right. So, several times throughout the game, I expected him to pick up a few yards with his legs. Instead, he hit someone down the field. On the last play, I thought he did a little too much. And this is kind of where, like, extending the play with his eyes downfield that hurt him a little bit. That play was so broken when he was, like, kind of, like, the pocket broke. He was
my God. We had, like, three fat guys trying to chase him down for 10 seconds.
I thought there was enough room because, again, it hit off the crossbar. If they gained any yardage there, that's a field goal. It goes to overtime.
Right.
He could have picked up, and again, they didn't have any timeouts, so that was a thing. He didn't want to be tackled in bounds, but I thought he had enough room when there was open field to his right that he could have picked up a few and got out of bounds, I thought. Instead, he we saw it happen. He ended up throwing it to no one.
That play terrified me.
So that's really all I had about Stroud. Trevor.
I'm trying to think of if there's any more Stroud.
I mean, it's just
the pocket presence is just crazy.
It was mostly all of that scrambling and getting away from our pass rushers.
And you say how good he is at evade, but he's still got him 4 times. Could have gotten him more, but he evaded it. Right. Still got him 4 times.
It's how bad the O-line really is.
Could have 8 sacks. Dodge all of them.
He's so good. Like, he's such a good rookie quarterback. Was not expecting this.
He's still on pace for 5,100 yards as a rookie. It's wild. Trevor
took the last. Sorry,
I did. I took his last touchdown, so that's ruined. Trevor had a great first half. I think he only had 1 true miss in the first half. At the end of
how about one of his first passes? Did you read anything about that?
I don't recall. What was it?
It was it might have been the 3rd and 10. He was kind of fading backwards because he had pressure in his face.
Oh, yes, I do remember this.
Kirk.
And that was very good. Right in the middle of the field is a quick slant kind of thing.
He's going towards the right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, okay, we have good Trevor today.
Okay.
So when I'm watching all 22, there's sometimes they flash up to the down and distance and the time. But for most of the time, I don't really know what the situation is. At the end of the first half, he made a great throw to Kirk, who ran to the 1. What was with the decision to go for that touchdown on a quick count? What was the time and situation? In the timeouts? Did they have any timeouts?
Time was not an issue.
They got to the 1, and then they huddled, and then they kind of broke out of the huddle quick
because he went out of bounds. They had time.
Okay, yeah, I guess they just wanted to catch him off guard. I guess they didn't have any timeouts either. They wanted to catch him off guard. They broke out of the huddle, kind of ran up, and then it was a pitch play to ETN. I think he got bottled up, and it was if there was not time left, why? I don't know.
You think why are they rushing?
It was maybe rushing it caused the play to ultimately fail. It was a bad play call. It didn't work. I don't know why. I guess they were risking. They should have kicked the field goal and got points.
Well, what would you think going into that? What would you want to do? Because it's easy to say that now.
What's the score? What was the score? Do we remember?
We would have gone up 2 scores.
It was 13-7.
It was, and okay.
And we were getting the ball back second half, which is why Doug went for it.
Yeah,
because
I would
that
kick
play
the field
happened.
Goal. Getting the ball back influenced me more to kick the field goal because you're going to get another chance to possess the ball and possibly score a touchdown.
But I wanted to go for it because
momentum.
We weren't in field goal range, and Trevor throws that dime to Christian Kirk. Do you agree?
It was a momentum.
It was a great throw.
It was a momentum of that play happening.
Yeah, it's like, come on,
left.
we got to get in. We can't go that far down to the 1 and just kick a field goal. We got to get the touchdown. Just kind of like get this game out of reach. I would have done a QB sneak. I hate when we're so bad at rushing in short yardage, but Trevor's really good at that.
Yeah.
QB sneak at the goal line. He did it earlier in the game.
Which was confusing why he didn't just call his own number there to end the half. If you're going for it anyway, just try to jump over the line like you just did previously.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you're going to go for it, do a sneak. The numbers are in your favor. But I don't know. I still would lean field goal. I know it's easy to say now, but maybe it's the Steeler fan in me, how conservative we have been.
Even in real time, I was like, go for it. I didn't even care about the field goal.
Yeah, I didn't care either. I wanted to go for it.
I wanted to score.
I can see it both sides because, you're going to get the ball back anyway. It's like this was like free money. Like you weren't expecting to get this drive, so I could see both ways.
Also, I think in the first half was the throw to Calvin in the back of the end zone.
Ridley had 2 touchdowns, right?
Yes, but this is the one that Ridley dropped.
Oh, that was.
It was a dime.
Okay. Yeah.
Ridley back of the end zone.
Yeah, I remember this play. I heard someone on a podcast talk about how Ridley dropped it. So when I watched it, it was a drop, but I don't think it was kind of a tough catch to like. It was like he was contested,
catch, but like it was a perfect throw.
It was a perfect throw, but it was like he was guarded and it was kind of like moving fat. Like it wasn't the worst job I've ever seen.
No, but
it was catchable though. Yeah, and it was a good, definitely a good throw. Yeah.
Number 1 wide receiver should catch that.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Fair. So second half. Oh, for Texans fans claiming Texans versus the refs. Trevor's interception could have been negated by a no call. There was pass interference. Ingram got held.
Yeah, that was.
I think it was Petrie held Ingram. It wasn't too egregious of a missed call, but I've seen.
I thought it was.
Less.
That was pretty bad.
Less has definitely got called. So that was a big break for the Texans.
That was a big talk. That was a big talking point in the game, and then the drive after, the drive after when we got the ball back, the refs called so many flags on the Texans to like make up for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's my next point here. So on the third quarter drive that ended in a Ridley touchdown, I kind of get the Texans fans' gripe here. Kind of got lucky on a hold against Ingram. It put the Jags inside the 10. Shortly after, Trevor had I felt like a big miss to a wide open Ingram in the back of the end zone.
I saw that back.
There was a linebacker there.
I was wondering if you could see this in the 22 because I think he had to throw it. He threw it high, and I think he had to. He had a linebacker that was like right in front of him
who jumped.
That I think if he put it at normal height to where Ingram could easily catch it, I think it could have either been tipped or caught by that linebacker that was there. So when I saw that angle from the end zone view, I was like, okay, that would make sense of why Trevor threw that high.
I don't recall exactly, but just I don't know. My opinion off that, I thought that was a miss. He could have had him there, and then also in the next play,
pass interference. Because they called him for that, and I thought it was ooh.
Yeah, that was well, no, the next play after that, he had number 89 is Farrell, I think.
Yes.
He had Farrell kind of in the corner-ish, and it was like a double like fake handoff type play, and then like I think Farrell ran out to the
he threw it so late.
Yeah, right. That's what I wrote there.
That was bad.
He's got to throw it earlier or just put more on the ball, more towards the pylon. That could have been a touchdown. But then thankfully he had Ridley open on the following play. It was like pretty much wide open touchdown. So
and then they ran the same play for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, right. And got it again. So that was kind of a shortcoming of Trevor's game, like that kind of mess in the red zone there.
It's always a red zone.
And then I wrote here, not quarterback related, but Josh Allen had 2 TJ Watt type sacks. Didn't let Stroud escape, and what made TJ Watt ask was how crucial of a moment they were.
Yeah, those were fine. We finally saw like Josh Allen, like game wrecker. Josh Allen, who like determined like perfect timing, perfect time sacks.
Yes.
That's what we need out of Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Screaming at the TV to use those muscles. You're always flexing.
Trevor, let's see what we're here. Trevor converted great chunk plays down the field or down the stretch of the game and much needed downs. Felt like for the most part in the fourth quarter, he played really well and smart. Took what the defense gave him underneath. There was a potential pick he almost had in the final drive. But he played great for the most part. Played great, I thought. I just thought Stroud was better on Sunday, and like trying to find. I'm glazing here. Trying to find holes in Stroud's game because I was trying to like argue against the QBR thing, but it was really tough to nitpick Stroud's game and like find issues with the decisions he was making. As for the Jags for a whole, it was a great team road divisional win. Defense clutched up when it mattered most. Trayvon and Josh Allen in particular.
Yeah, the D line and that secondary too. Because how is CJ Stroud running around like the whole game, not finding anyone down low or deep? It's either because his receivers are he's playing with like wide receiver threes and they're locking up Nico and Tank. But I was sure that someone was going to be open with how much time he had all game.
Right.
So
my last two anecdotes, I hate those Jags uniforms. I don't like them. I think they should always have teal in them.
Oh, yeah.
Fans agree.
Yeah, the fans.
Okay, good.
The lack of teal
the
is
Jags
crazy.
being a black and white team, and they have like the best color in the NFL, arguably.
Mm-hmm.
They got to fix that. And good news for the Texans, Hard Knocks is still in play.
For Hunter?
For Hunter, yes. So you can take that moral victory if you want.
I miss when our defense would get interceptions. Like after the bye week, we've had none.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
But we're sacking at least, which we weren't doing first half. So it's flipped.
I'm done.
Well, we can transition to voicemails because I'm sure I have a couple of voicemails on the Jags game. Let me see if I have a Texans fan. That would be nice. Hunter, why didn't you leave a voicemail?
Uh-oh.
What the hell, Hunter? We need a voicemail from you.
What happened?
Wait, what is this?
Listen, Texans fans, all four of you that listen to the podcast, I can't blame you for thinking that you would win against the Jags the second time. I can't blame you for that. But y'all was way too confident, man. Y'all forgot who he was. You forgot about this roster. And I don't care if you were like a centimeter away from going to OT. That don't matter. All that matters is the final result, which is an L. We are 8-3. We are fighting for first seed. We got a baby-ass schedule ahead. And the ball is in our court. We got to take care of business. Monday Night Football, movie. Cleveland Browns game, cold, but movie. Sunday Night Football,
it's all movie.
Feature film. What's after that? I think Bucks. That's like a short film.
Wow.
Panthers, that's ass. Titans, ass again. We ready for playoffs. I'm ready to go to Vegas and show my ass and die for a Jags Super Bowl. I don't want to live 30 more years waiting for the Jags to get to the Super Bowl. Fucking let alone win it. Let's get there now. And then lose to the Eagles or Niners.
What were you doing when you recorded that today?
Just walking a dog.
Love the passion.
I'm glad you said that now because you wouldn't have had the chance to say it on the pod.
Yeah. Okay.
It was after Andy's notification of send a voicemail, so I did it in real time.
Where did this go?
Are you ready? All right. Well, good evening. I am Sergeant.
That is not it.
Thought we had a
What is
teacher.
this?
Teacher leave a voicemail.
Burger King's tweet,
It's you?
women should belong in the kitchen, is like when you...
That's me probably like rehearsing a joke or like saving a joke for the pod. These are old voice memos.
Jeez.
In Discord?
No, in my voice memo phone app. I'm trying to find April 28th. Do I want to play this?
What? Why?
It's scary.
Slurs.
Hold on. So someone sent me a file voice memo.
From dated in April?
No. Recordings. Dunn and Drew. sorry. Try sending it to Jack. Don't worry about it. Oh, here we go. Okay, got it. This is from Dino, Texans fan.
Hello, 911. I'd like to report a robbery. The robbers are in my house right now. They're on my TV. They're wearing black and white striped stupid fucking uniforms. I'm so scared right now. They just robbed the fucking Texans, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, that was it?
Oh, that was it.
That was great.
Good stuff. Thank you, Dino. I gotta fix this. I know I say this every week.
Yeah, I always
kind of like
say
your headphones.
When I was putting them on, I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, every time. Dino, that was wonderful. We obviously just talked on the rest, but good stuff. What is this?
What's up? It's Boba Brooks from Virginia. Sorry if you hear any the wind. I'm walking my dog right now. I just want to say that the Steelers are back. The offense looked great, even though they didn't put up a ton of points. I believe the points will come if we dominate time of possession and move the ball like we did. I just want to say that Deontay Johnson needs to get off my football team. I'm tired of him. I'm sure you guys have probably already discussed it. If not, Jack can show you the video. That was one of the most pathetic displays of effort I've ever seen in sports in general. But Steelers have a cupcake schedule. Hopefully they take advantage of it, and we see the Jags in the AFC Championship game. Y'all have a good pod. Love y'all. Bye.
I would do anything for that.
Anything? What?
Yeah, anything. That's not up to me.
Murder?
Decide. No.
Oh, all right.
Man.
Murder the Steelers.
Whoa, too far.
You already commented on everything that he said, so.
A Jags Steelers playoff game. We go brazy.
Crazy. That's that Philly in you, boy.
No, it's not.
Bro, that John would be.
That John would be lit.
No.
John.
I despise the word John. I hate
You don't like that, John?
No, it's horrible. It's so corny. It's
John
so dumb.
crazy.
The stadium.
What's that next John?
Next
play
John
the
is
next one.
okay. Here's the next John.
What's up, guys? It's Mitch from Milwaukee. This is just a happy little voicemail, you know. Jags are fucking maybe going to get 1 seed. The other teams that we're fighting with, their schedules look kind of tough. Ours are easy because every fucking quarterback gets hurt, which I'm kind of bummed because I wanted to see us beat Joe Burrow on Monday night, but I'll take a 20-point easy win. I don't think I've ever seen an easy win in person, except for the Titans like last year. Anyway, let's see. My betting, my fantasy team, my takes on Trevor are all bad. Dalton Kincaid absolutely fucking stole $250 from me. 2 yards short. He's a bum.
That's a lot of units.
I'm so excited to see you guys for Monday Night Football. This will be my first Monday night game, and I really hope Alex is just blacked out like he was that one day. That made me so happy. It was such a bad day, and he was just absolutely blacked. I loved it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a few days. Yeah, go Jags. Fuck you, Hunter. Fuck the Texans. You guys are so whiny. Oh my God.
I love it.
When's Mitch coming in?
Saturday at 4.
Like Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. What do you say? Monday Night Football. Blacked. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that at the end of the pod. Yes, we also have not been to a Monday Night Football game. I assume you have.
I have, yeah.
I've never been to a. Wait.
What? Jeez.
I have. It was the last one here. I'm so stupid.
Oh. Okay.
2011. 11. I swear it was.
We had 2 of them that year.
No, there's no way.
Ravens and Chargers. I saw.
Then I was at the Ravens one. I swear that was 2010.
It was 11. The picture I tweeted would have been different if it was 2010.
Oh, wow. Well, that's the one I went to. That was my last Monday Night Football game.
How's the vibe? Is it different? Should I expect anything new?
I don't know. I was 18 years old, which is crazy.
Sipping your Reds?
No, sipping nothing.
Come on now.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But damn, 18 years old we were. Yep. Now we're going to be 30.
Chill.
That's not fair for the NFL to go that long without giving us a Monday Night Football game.
I mean, glad they didn't.
You guys got Thursday night every year.
Yeah, that's no one likes that. That's boring. Do you think more people, what do you think is better? Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football? What's more premier right now? What feels more premier?
Adding Joe Buck and Troy to Monday Night Football adds to the allure of it. I don't know. I think I'll always like Sunday Night Football best.
I feel like
Monday Night Football's so good too. I don't know.
I think Sunday Night Football is bigger still, but Buck and Aikman definitely improved Monday Night Football so much. I hated Monday Night Football when they had those randoms in there. What I consider randoms.
Booger?
Yeah, he was there for a little bit, but I don't remember
like
their
the
names.
Steve Levy, Louis Riddick type cast. Yeah. I loved it. Tough now, but I loved Gruden in the booth. He was so fun.
Oh yeah,
he was he was so entertaining to me back then.
Well, that's back when Monday Night Football was premier.
And back when he wasn't racist. Yeah.
Tirico and Gruden were amazing Monday Night Football. Then
Tirico's him.
Tirico's great.
Fell off when Gruden left, and then Tirico went to NBC, and then now that they have Buck and Aikman, so much better. Oh, so much better. They made this Monday Night Football game, this past one, like watchable because they're kind of funny. Next one.
Hey, Dunn and Drew, this is Stephen B. Sitting in my car. Just want to leave a quick voicemail. Just have a question. It's mainly for Andy. It's been in my mind for the past 3.5 weeks. Am I seriously banned from the fantasy league next year? Don't have a direct answer. So if you could answer that, that'd be great. Thanks. I swear I wasn't really sabotaging. I was just making trades that I thought were smart. And I don't know. Please don't ban me. I promise I'll be better next year. Promise.
I think the fact that he admitted that he thought the trades were smart hurts him even more. I'd rather you have been sabotaging. That I can forgive after a year, though. This is a forever ban. I don't think you'll ever learn fantasy football. I hate to say that. The trade was very bad. The Kirk Cousins in the first round was very bad. And unfortunately, you are banned for at least a year. But really...
What was the trade? I don't remember. And maybe others don't either.
Oh, I play the guy who he traded the players to. So it was Zay Flowers. Oh man, who was it? Because he flipped another player for ETN too.
Wasn't he trying to get Kyler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mitch had Kyler while he was still in IR or whatever. He was just out, and he traded Kyler for one of the players was Zay Flowers. I think another one was it Achan, who was still injured.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it. You can keep going.
And I think Christian Kirk.
Okay, so here it is. The Stephen B acquired Kyler Murray. For Kyler Murray, he traded away Achan, Zay Flowers, Christian Kirk.
Oh yeah.
So Achan was on IR, but 2 very quality wide receivers, which you need those, whether they're depth or starters, like quarterbacks you can pick up. And then Achan, who was like points leader until he got hurt, but it was only a temporary IR. He was going to come back.
And their argument is that the trade hasn't affected any play as of right now because Mitch is 1-2 since the trade.
I like to hear that.
I mean, Achan just came back this past week and got hurt right away.
And now Zay Flowers has a bye this week, so he had 22 points last week, Zay Flowers, but Mitch lost. So, right now, as of right now, it hasn't really done anything.
Stephen B.
But if he puts up 180 on me, you're banned for 2 years.
Stephen B. bad time to ask this question. Ask me when we're gearing up for fantasy trivia to get in the league, because I'll be a different person by then. Especially if the Jags win the Super Bowl.
Everyone's in the league.
Shit, the pod will be done. We'll be done. Everything is over. Okay, last
new life.
Final.
We move states.
But yeah, I can finally leave. This is the only reason I'm here. Final voicemail.
Hey guys, it's Connor from Scottsdale, Arizona. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and best. Michigan beats Ohio State 30-24. I mean, come on, man. JJ McCarthy, him throw of the year. This team's legit. I want to see Georgia. Yeah, we got to get past Oregon and Washington, but wow. I mean, is there a team that can just say, fuck you, let's just run it 30 times, you know? JJ only passed it like 17, or probably less, but oh my gosh. I mean, this team's so much fun to watch. I don't know if you guys did watch. Probably not.
What do you mean, probably
wow.
not?
Probably not.
What a victory. 3 years in a row.
I was sending snaps to the group of me watching.
I can't believe it's happened. I'm so scared to play Ohio State like every year. But we did it.
Let's see.
What else? Celtics update, quick update. Porzingis is injured. We're fucked. That's it, guys.
That's
I
the
love
NBA.
you. Have a good pod.
That is. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got something cooking.
Okay. I am shocked.
So my Magic. We're like 12-5.
Oh my god.
Your Magic. We're 12-5.
I mean, are we not?
You just tweeted me.
Maybe we're 13-5
you tweeted
now.
me like last week that you weren't back because their defense was ass or something like that. Or their points per game.
Oh, yeah. You said something like, are the Magic something? And then I looked up there because they kind of go on fake runs sometimes.
They always do.
They?
Fuck. We. No, that's they. Now it's we. Okay. But they used to go on fake runs. So I looked at their stats and it was like 29th in the league, 20th in the league, 17, 22. I'm like, this is probably just a fake run. This is going to catch up to them. But they keep winning. So I have to claim a team this year. And I have to claim a team by Christmas. And they are probably number one. Remember when I went on the Florida Gators thing about the aura, the cold, everything, the branding, everything.
Brand.
Magic's the best in the
everything. NBA? Magic would be probably my one. Colors.
Disney sponsor.
Blue and white, black, very pretty. Love blue. The Magic being in Orlando, perfect. It's very good. The culture probably isn't the best.
Right, yeah. When I think
fans,
like Orlando Magic, I don't think culture.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe they're not.
I do really want to go to a game though.
I probably put, if I were to actually seriously do this, probably Celtics.
What?
I'm trying to think of
your team. Who's
no,
gonna
I'm
win?
trying to think of
the culture and
everything.
Okay.
Branding and
Heat.
colors and
Heat. Nah, fans are shit.
Oh, but like
great
Heat
name,
culture
though.
is literally like the thing there. With the team.
But they don't mean it.
They don't mean it?
That's within the players. I'm talking.
Yeah, okay, fan base too. Lakers.
Yeah, but that doesn't really make sense.
LA doesn't have
team.
lakes.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense as a team name anymore.
Okay, that's
but
Milwaukee Bucks.
Nah.
There's probably Bucks up there.
Yeah, but
Fear the Deer.
I don't think there's
Fear the Deer.
I don't think there's anyone like Orlando. It's as
what the Phoenix
specific to the
Suns.
city.
Well, Miami is. Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Suns. Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns is good. Miami. Orlando Magic is good.
I mean, Celtics. I
what
agree.
are Clippers?
I don't know.
Knickerbockers.
Timberwolves. Minnesota.
The Knicks. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but like that.
No, the Knickerbocker is definitely something. No, because it's short for Knickerbocker.
Their pants.
Okay.
Baggy kneed breeches.
That's cool.
I don't like to admit it, but the Sixers.
What's 76?
1776.
Oh,
it all started in Philadelphia too.
I did not know that till now.
Good. I don't really dislike the Sixers though. So
you don't hope those
they're
fans
like the
go
Cowboys,
home wet
though.
and cold.
They're fine.
Okay,
same people, but they're fine.
Well, they're down by 20 to the Pelicans, which is terrible branding.
Yeah,
Pelicans is not
New
good.
Orleans Pelicans.
That's the worst. When they announced who the mascot of that team was, I remember that. Probably like 2011 or whatever.
Are there Hornets in Charlotte? Because I love the colors.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I do love the colors.
Like, pick something that makes sense.
Houston Rocket.
Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah. That's where
Rockets
like
make
NASA
sense. Yeah.
like it's
is it?
Houston, we have a problem.
It's NASA headquarters.
Yeah.
I thought Florida had that.
Atlanta Hawks, no good.
Yeah, no.
Utah Jazz. Mormons listen to jazz.
I don't know.
That belongs in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I bet the franchise was
New Orleans
in
Jazz.
It originated in New Orleans.
That makes too much sense.
Detroit Pistons make sense.
What's a piston?
And on a car.
It's a car part.
Okay. What is pull it up?
I got logos. What, a piston? Or
No, logos.
Chicago Bulls don't make sense, but they've been around forever, so I give them a pass. Golden State Warriors. Is a warrior in California?
It started in Philly,
and then their logo is the bridge. Like,
yeah,
that's a terrible.
Get out of here.
Piss off.
Logo.
Piss off. Next, Raptors. Are there Raptors in Canada?
Is that where Jurassic Park is?
Yes. Good one, Jack.
Is it?
No, but your reference, your callback to your movie of the week.
Okay.
Pacers. That makes sense. You know why?
What's a pacer?
I'm gonna let Jack figure this one out.
I don't know. Tell me.
So Indianapolis is home to the Indy 500
pace car,
and I think this is a reference to racing.
Okay.
Yes.
Referencing a different sport. Kind of odd, but what was the first team you said? There's been around. The Bulls been around forever. Pacers been around for a while. It's classic.
I found. You're right.
Wow.
Oh, I was looking up that too. Yeah, in honor of Indiana being home to the Indianapolis 500
pace car
race and the state's long history of harness racing.
All right, we got a few NBA
nuggets. What's a nugget?
Gold nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh.
Miners.
Was that?
Whoa. What?
Miners. Come on now.
Got my attention. Yikes. Bad joke. Saying 2018 Dunn and Drew. What are we doing?
Not Josh Giddey.
Yikes.
18. That's too old.
He's innocent.
Did you see what happened today?
Yeah.
The alleged miner and their family refuses to press charges or cooperate with
the
feds.
So they're cool with it? They're cool with the rape?
Well, it wasn't a rape.
They just dated.
Yeah, I guess it's not.
Dated and
we
had sex.
She's 15?
I don't think she's 15. Is she? There's no way. She's at a club drinking alcohol.
I think she lied about her age to get into the club.
Well, definitely, yeah.
That's
she's
what
not
happened.
telling the bouncer, I'm 15, let me in.
She's not telling Giddy either.
Okay,
Hey,
so
I'm 15.
So either he knows and she just doesn't want to get him in trouble. That's why she's not pressing charges.
Well, wait, he knew before? Like, he knew going into it?
Maybe. Then obviously he's a bad guy for doing that. Like, you can't do that.
What do you think happened?
I think
because we have all the details. We know everything. So go.
Oh
no, we don't.
Oh.
I'm talking about us personally. When we don't. Whatever.
I think.
What do you think happened?
I think he's dating a 17-year-old, and
so he knew she was a.
Yes.
They're dating. He knows she's 17.
Yes. If they've been dating for more than a year, that's kind of weird.
They were.
I don't know if they were. That's weirder. 17 is weird, but 7.
I think any amount of time to date a minor is weird.
Right.
A month,
right?
month's not
right,
cool.
guys. That's weird, right? And then, then someone finds out that he's dating a minor. I don't know how that happened, but they find out her age somehow. I don't know how they did, just by how she looks. I'm not sure, but anyway,
I think she posted photos with him.
They find out that she's underage, so then it obviously goes viral. My theory, he knows that she's underage. He declines to comment at the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Now it comes out that she's and her family's not working with authorities, so I think she doesn't want to get him in trouble.
Okay.
Because if she cooperates, then he's gonna get in trouble. So she's not cooperating. Or she lied to him about her age, and she doesn't want to get in trouble for lying about her age. So she's not cooperating.
Is she get in legal trouble?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I think I'm leaning more that.
Wait, that would require him to tell police that she lied about it. That would require. I don't know. I don't know.
I heard someone say this. Is the age of consent in Oklahoma 16?
Well, age of. I mean, hopefully no one's tracking my history. Age of consent.
Yeah.
In Florida. Oops.
You on Safari or Google?
Oklahoma. Wow.
Is it 16?
Shit.
That shit 12, bitch.
Zillow.com.
You gotta
What
chill.
is it? What is it?
16.
That's
crazy.
That's also a factor here.
Then he's chilling.
I guess.
What?
I thought that was like a standard. Any state, they have to be an adult. I think it should be.
You know we have sick fucks running this country.
Like Josh Giddey.
Bro, deadass, I didn't know that. Hold on.
Where you
What?
Yeah, so I think
You
it
finna
was
be an
like
OKC, boy.
I think what this person told
All right,
me.
I found my NBA team.
Go Thunder.
What I heard is that like they're looking into her like legal birth date, and she was like, if she was born after like February this, I don't know, I forget.
So the state of Oklahoma has
sense.
a close in age exemption for statutory rape. That's crazy. I call it rape.
Why is it
like if it's say it's 17 and 20? Say it's like in this situation, 17, 21. Say they had sex, he raped her. That's crazy. I mean, I would call that. I mean, having sex with a minor, that's a crime. But like rape should be saved for rape.
Well,
Do you associate rape?
Yeah,
with,
but like
violence?
the thing is,
Yeah.
minors can't
And
consent.
unconsensual.
Minors can't consent is the law, so thus making it rape.
Okay, yeah, I guess it technically.
I don't
makes
like that. I
sense.
have to explain that to you.
We know Andy.
Has a close in age. The close in age exemption is known as the Romeo and Juliet law. The Romeo and Juliet law was implemented to prevent the prosecution of couples under the legal age who engage in consensual sex, but when both participants are significantly close in age to each other, and one or both are below the legal age.
So what is the gap thing?
Are you not allowed to have sex if you're both under the legal age? So I'm trying to. I think I get here. Get there here. Basically, no person can be convicted of rape or rape by instrumentation.
What?
With anyone
With a trumpet?
With anyone over the age of 14 with that person's consent, unless the defendant was older than 18. So an 18-year-old can have sex with a 15-year-old.
No, you're older than 18. It said unless you're older than 18.
Meaning 19 or older.
Oh, I'm thinking like a day past 18.
No, I don't think
you're
so.
older than 18.
You're still 18.
Okay. So 18 and 14 is good? Is okay?
Yes, Romeo and Juliet.
And Oklahoma?
Yeah.
That's
18 and 15.
Oh, not 14.
Not 14.
18 and 15 is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, 15's okay. Yeah,
19 and 16?
I'm trying to find that out.
For the audience.
So if you're
yes,
those under the age of those under the age of 16. No, this is interesting.
It kind of is.
Those under supervisual. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to find what I'm looking for. Not in that way, but
yeah, I get it.
I'm not going to find the answer that I'm looking for.
That's weird. Okay.
Before we go to college,
It is weird, but
little prize picks.
We have some old laws, man.
Prize picks action.
Yes. Podcast today brought to you by Prize Picks. All first-time users that deposit can use code Dunn and Drew, all one word, receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100, minimum $10 deposit. We have a season-long Prize Picks entry that is very close to going green with 6 weeks left in the NFL season.
Going green. It's a Twister quote.
J.J. Watt, his projection was at 13.5 sacks. He currently has 13.5 sacks.
Oh, my.
He needs 0.25, which he'll probably get on Sunday. I don't know. Kyler's kind of hard to bring down, but we'll see.
He should have more, too. Like, already.
He'll get there.
He'll
get there.
Should have had 2.5 this week. Should have had another half against the Jags. But anyway.
Yes. Also have Pickens receiving yards. He needs 119 more receiving yards. I think that one is very likely as well with 6 weeks left in the season. And then Ridley. He needs 263 more receiving yards.
Look at that.
In 6 weeks.
Was Pickett close at all to a touchdown Sunday?
Deontay, he dropped it.
Pickens.
Oh. No.
Damn.
I mean, he had a long ball.
If I miss it by the touchdown because I took touchdowns of yards, killing myself.
Jesus.
Okay.
But yeah, this payout would be $375, and we
Oklahoma.
would get it in. We get it in January, so it'll be a nice New Year's gift. But yes, Prize Picks, pick 2 to 6 players. If they'll go more or less on their Prize Picks projection, you can win up to 25 times your money on any entry. Jaden Daniels continues to be a lock. The rush yards. That weekend I told you took rush yards, but you were in Pennsylvania. It was at like 88.5. Oh. He had like 120 rush yards.
Jeez.
That's fucking crazy.
Any good wins for you guys in Prize Picks recently?
Not recently. No. I mean, there was a free square with McCaffrey on Thanksgiving that I got $30 from, because Mahomes, I'd pair with Mahomes in that Eagles game, more than 2 touchdown passes, and then Valdez-Scantling dropped at the end. I would have gotten 60, but so that tied his prediction at 2, and then I got the free square, so I got $30. That's all I've done recently, hit recently.
Yeah, I deposited 10 this past Sunday, and
when are we gonna get loaded again?
Tomorrow,
first of the month.
Yeah, or Friday. I did have a big withdrawal. Eric knows about. I had a big withdrawal in Prize Picks.
You showed us all.
Oh, Andy knows too.
Group chat. All right. So last week we had a guy call in about Toledo.
2 touchdowns.
Toledo's 11-1, playing in the MAC championship on Sunday or Saturday. But to keep this streak of obscure universities going, I just want to know how the hell Liberty University is recruiting their athletes. They're currently 12-0, ranked 25 in football, and also undefeated in basketball. Have you guys heard of Liberty University?
Malik Willis.
Whoa.
Yes. There was also somebody from Warner Christian Academy who went there. Andy.
What?
Warner Christian, you know that school in Daytona?
Yeah, Warner.
Yeah, there was a guy who played running back at Liberty
Chase?
from Warner, same class as us. Chase.
Just threw that name out there.
I forget his name, but anyway, Liberty basketball is undefeated right now, but sadly they play FAU next on Thursday, so they'll be losing.
Oh,
who also won the ESPN Invitational at Disney over
Congratulations.
Thanksgiving. Thank you. We're not ever in tournaments. We're in like 4 tournaments this year, and this was the first one, that Disney one they always do.
Oh, wow.
At the Wild World of Sports, and we ended up winning against like Texas A&M, Penn State, Virginia Tech. We ran everybody. So the next one is the Jimmy V Classic in Madison Square Garden. I think that's next week. But congrats to head coach Dusty May, friend of the pod. Keep it rolling. But we move on to college football rankings because we have Championship Sunday. I keep saying Sunday. My mind is so on NFL. Championship Saturday this week, and also the Pac-12 Championship, which is Friday. Oregon-Washington, probably the most anticipated game from this group. We got Georgia at number 1, Michigan number 2, Washington number 3, Andy Seminoles at 4, Oregon at 5, Ohio State went to 6, above Texas and Alabama. And that's mostly because they played Michigan, who's ranked 2. So we have Oregon versus Washington in Las Vegas.
Oregon is a 9.5-point favorite.
I saw that, and I was very confused.
Yeah, I got to look into that, and I felt dumb. Like, why Washington is literally ranked higher?
Yes.
I would have thought neutral. Yeah, Vegas, neutral site. I would have thought, maybe Oregon by 3.
My reasoning is probably because Washington has struggled a lot to, like, put teams away these past
But they beat them.
few weeks. I know. But that was so long ago now, it feels like.
I guess, maybe like a month. Yeah.
And Oregon's just been dominating everybody, and Washington hasn't been playing as good as Oregon has. But 9 points is crazy.
Yeah.
Considering when they did play each other, it was a three-point game, I think.
3-point Washington win, I think.
Yeah. And Washington was home. Now it's neutral. To give Oregon, who lost them by only 3 on their home field, to give them like 6 points, that'd be great. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I can see it happening because Oregon's
really good.
They're really good. They're dominant right now. I really love Michael Penix, but as a team, I would love to see Oregon at like 3 or 4 after this, which is possible because you beat Washington. Definitely. You beat Washington, you're in. So we definitely could see them in. And on Saturday, I got to give an honorable mention to our guy who called in about Toledo last week. They are in the MAC championship versus Miami, Ohio.
Okay.
Congratulations. We got OK State in Texas at noon from Cowboy Stadium. I don't really see a scenario. Well, obviously there's a scenario where Texas can get in, but I'm saying I don't see it happening because I think Florida State will win against Louisville. And even though one of the guys that votes for the rankings and shit said they're a different team without Jordan Travis, I think if they beat Louisville, they'll put the undefeated Florida State Seminoles in the top 4. I feel like they're not going to drop them out. Because my prediction is Oregon beats Washington. Washington falls out.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan beats Iowa. Georgia beats Bama. Like they should. And then
so in the last spots.
And then I think Oregon will be 3. I think they'll jump Florida State.
So then Florida State.
And Florida State will stay at 4.
You think they'll win?
I would think they'll beat Louisville.
Okay. So that's, just what it is now, you just swap Oregon for Washington.
Yep.
Other way around. Washington for Oregon. Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see too much drama. I don't think Bama beating Georgia would kind of fuck everything.
Yeah, that would be wild.
There's no way. I think Georgia's going to be like 40 on them. Bama's not very good from what I've seen recently.
They're not as good as past Bama teams, but do you have the spread?
I don't. I'll look it up.
But I think they can.
What do you think? Guesses? What do you think it is?
I think they could win. I think Georgia wants that three-peat so bad that they're just going to beat the hell out of them. But I say it's like 6.
Oh, I was going to say
6.5.
I was going to say 6.5. I haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's so low.
What do you thought more?
I would guess. I was going to say like 10.5.
It's Georgia minus 5.5.
What? That sounds easy.
Do it.
I will.
Put 10 units.
I'll put $100.
Neutral field, but it'll be heavy Georgia fans. It's in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, what are these other ones? Texas is favored by 15.5.
That makes sense.
Do you know the Michigan spread?
Michigan. Oh, I want to know the over/under because they're playing Iowa.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Michigan is favored by.
Wait.
Yeah, don't tell us yet.
Sorry, I spoiled that. If you didn't know they were going to be favored.
8.5. I don't know. I don't know how these work.
Well, it's Iowa, who's like
Iowa.
Great defense, right?
Great defense, bad offense. They have the lowest over/under totals every game they play, and it always goes under.
Yeah.
Now they're playing Michigan, who can easily put up 40 a game. I'm going to say the spread's like 21.5.
Whoa, I'm going to say 35.
A 35-point spread?
Oh, spread. Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing over/under. I already said like 8.5.
Well, you guys nailed both. It's Michigan minus 21.5 and over/under is 35.5.
What the fuck?
You guys are him.
21.5 right
21
on the nose. Damn.
And the over/under, a Michigan game over/under is 35.
I wanted to know the over/under just because I wanted to see what it was, because that Michigan's gonna have to hit it themselves. Yeah. I don't think Iowa's scoring.
Right. It's gonna be 36-0. What else do we have?
That's kind of tough.
Florida State's only 2.5-point favorites against Louisville. It's in Charlotte.
Some Florida State fan told me that they beat Louisville with this backup quarterback last year. Rodemaker.
Florida State did?
Yeah, that's what he told me. I didn't fact check him, but I just casually said that because someone in my mentions was like, I'm tired of Florida State. I don't want to see them in the playoff. And I was like, oh, you won't because they're going to lose to Louisville. I just randomly said that, not really caring. And then this Florida State fan was like, what are your facts behind that statement? I'm like, I don't know, man. I was just talking shit. But he's like, no, we beat Louisville with Rodemaker last year or some shit like that. I was like, I don't care. I would love to see FSU in there. But this is the last year of the 14 playoff race. So
finally,
enjoy it. It's a good one. And we'll see what happens on Saturday and Friday. Where are we watching? Oregon, Washington. Can't wait. Who's winning the Heisman, though?
Tough.
It's going to be Jaden Daniels now?
Maybe.
Because of the surge the past, few weeks.
The thing that works against him is that they're 9-3.
I just don't know who else they give it to. Nobody's like putting up numbers like him.
Who else is like is it Penix or Nix and Penix?
It's probably Jaden Daniels, Nix, Penix, and
Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, maybe they throw him in there.
On the odds,
but maybe not even him anymore. Maybe if he beat Michigan, they would have threw him in the conversation.
Oh, my phone's so slow.
I can't think of the fourth. It's definitely not Caleb anymore.
Nah, he's out. You see today that he's like thinking about coming back next year.
Man, they were.
Marvin Harrison said that today too.
They were talking about Caleb coming back like in week 4.
So Bo Nix is the favorite, -175. Then Jaden Daniels at +140, and then the rest are really long shots. Penix is +1600.
Damn.
And Jalen Milroe is +10,000.
Milroe.
Then Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State, Carson Beck, Marvin Harrison Jr., Corum, McCarthy. That's it.
Bo Nix would be a boring winner.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels would be fun.
Other headlines. We've got a Monday Night Football tailgate, which I have to figure out what time I'm going to arrive because I've been in my Rover bag lately, and my calendar is quite booked, full of check-ins and walks. And this guy has me going to his house at 5.
No, he doesn't.
So,
bro, what?
I'll do it.
I'll have to stop in earlier because the gates open at like 3.
When's he going to be home?
I watch him for a week.
So there's no one to take care of the dogs? It's 5 and then they're just chilling till the next day?
The good news is they're pretty self-sufficient dogs. They're like little chihuahuas.
Okay.
Like, they have a litter box?
There's 3 chihuahuas. He like keeps them in this room with like their food and water, and you just open the door and they run out in the backyard. So worst case scenario, and it's not like wood or carpet or anything. The room they're in, it's like concrete. So
it's weird.
Yeah, I'll send a vid when I go there. Saturday the first time. So that's all. I'm gonna have to ask him, hey, can you mind if I go a little earlier? Because 5 o'clock, that's like way too late. It's 2 hours into the tailgate already.
Is it around there? What's the distance? Like, is it?
Oh, it's not near the stadium. It's like west side.
His neighbors must they just must not have a relationship. If all you have to do is just go and open the door and let the dogs out and feed them, how is a neighbor not able to do that? It's crazy.
I don't know. Because they have dogs too, like next door. Like the dogs like bark at each other at the fence.
Yeah, beef. I swear he knows when we're talking about fucking dogs.
Some people
talk about what?
Dogs.
What the dogs?
I said Walter knows when we're talking about fucking dogs. Oh, God damn it.
Oh.
When we're fucking talking about dogs there.
Okay.
But yeah, the gates open at 3 p.m. That's unofficially official. And we have like a classic food tailgate with brats and hamburgers and casa and beer ball, and the sunset will be 5:30. It'll be fun.
Damn. I forgot about the night. When it gets dark, tailgate just gets so much better.
The drinks start hitting a little more when the sun's gone.
Nice and cold, chilly.
Oh,
it's going to be 63-ish.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be 70s this weekend.
It's so cold here. I love it.
Yeah, this is the last day, so.
Oh, is it?
Enjoy. Yeah, I think so. We're going up to 70 soon.
The last time the Jags were on Monday Night Football was December 5th, 2011. Trevor Lawrence was 12 years old. Wayne Weaver was the owner. Blaine Gabbert was the rookie quarterback. Mel Tucker was our interim head coach.
The Michigan State?
Wow. Same Michigan. Yeah. He took over when Jack Del Rio was fired. And
it's a theme for him.
The Chargers beat the Jags 38-14.
Oh, if you guys do come to our tailgate at the Slab, we're also having a toy drive. So just bring an unwrapped toy. It can be any amount. Doesn't have to be fucking Star Wars Lego set. It can be a little Hot Wheels.
My Little Pony.
Could be that. Could be a Squishmallow. Be whatever you want. We're just collecting toys. Just go ahead and bring them through. to the Two Dads Tailgate at the Slab. If you don't know where that is, ask me. You'll see it. Tomorrow, I'm going to the Beyonce concert film.
Oh.
So I will see how it rivals Andy's experience.
You won't.
Well, it will rival it in
you'll
some way.
You'll report back of what yours was like, but you'll not be able to compare because you weren't there.
Correct.
Okay.
And I want to see if people, because there's way different audience.
Oh, yeah.
And he was with like preschool kids.
No.
Were like
Hammy.
That were like crying.
Hammy, right.
Don't disrespect Hammy.
They were like
Shout out
crying
Hammy.
at the screen, singing along. I understand. Big fans.
Big fans.
Taylor Swift's #1 streamer on Spotify.
Yeah.
I looked.
She won that.
The Weeknd's #2.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Crazy. Kenny Pickett?
I was gonna say it can't be close. How much of a gap is it between?
We
Taylor
don't know.
Swift
I
and
don't
then-
think
they don't say that.
They do show the monthly stream numbers, but I didn't look.
It's got to be crazy.
Really? Yeah. I would be interested to see that. What isn't close is how many minutes I put into Taylor Swift this past year and whoever second place is. I had, you can guess how many minutes I listened to Taylor?
I have no idea.
I know there's no even way to tell them who your #1 was.
My #1 was.
I saw yours a Future.
Yeah.
How many minutes?
I didn't see the minute. Oh yeah, how many?
My
minutes?
minutes was only 4,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sophia's was 7,500 for her top.
Who?
Wow.
Muse.
Did you have one? Do you have Spotify?
I don't have Spotify. I don't have.
That's right. You
I
don't listen to music.
Podcasts.
I only have the Spotify app, but I'm logged in through Mitchell's, and I don't listen to music.
He shared with me his.
Mitchell did?
Yeah, his was obviously
The Weeknd.
Yeah, but Taylor Swift was on his top 5.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't know. Your minutes with Taylor Swift's 20,000.
Yep, 22.
Yep. Wow.
I'm in the top. How many percentile of fans? 1.5.
Whoa.
Is that crazy?
Yeah. Congrats.
My minutes
Thank
were
you.
so low, but I was 1 of Future.
That means
so
not
he's
many
falling
people.
off.
Oh, really? Oh, yikes.
Rap's falling off.
Oh, I didn't even see you got Spotify Wrapped here.
Yeah,
Cool.
Spotify
Good.
Wrapped was next. It's
Yeah,
over.
everyone. Are they jumping the gun a little bit this year?
Yes,
It should be
Yeah.
December 1st.
Yeah,
It's like they're trying. I think them, Apple, and they're trying to they're competing. So they're like, all right, well, we got to go now because I don't want them to go now.
True.
So I feel
Because
like-
I haven't seen. Well, no, Apple's did come out, but I haven't seen any Apple.
I mean, Spotify, they rule.
They do.
Yeah.
I thought it was
They're
more.
kings.
I thought it was more split. I don't know. I'm not in the music realm.
Even iPhone people use Spotify. I mean, people use Apple Music, obviously, but I think Spotify clears.
Apple,
I need to stop, though. I'm
Apple Music is
lazy.
little bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bro.
Little bro. But yeah, my Spotify Wrapp's getting very boring and repetitive every year. It's the same shit every year.
Yeah.
And it's Future, it's Young Thug, it's Lil Wayne. It's like I don't care anymore, Spotify. There's no new music. I'm listening to the same playlist
Branch
that I've
out.
had since 2014.
Branch
Have
out.
Spotify recommend you playlists. They make playlists for you.
I know. I usually go to
It's your comfort music.
I'll click a song that I'm in the mood for, and I'll go to its radio and just have it
Yeah,
play
there you go.
similar songs. That's how I switch it up now. I don't think Apple Music does that. Maybe they do.
I don't know.
What was I going to say? Another thing about music. Oh, EOS. We're almost at 1 million. We're almost at 1 million streams. Took a decade, but we're grinding. It'll be my first song to be at 1 million streams. I have one that's at 3 million, but it was a collab, so it doesn't really count. It's solo. That's what matters.
No features.
No features. So when it hits 1 million stream, when I see the number hit 1 million on Spotify, which will be sometime in July, I did the math. Unless
Not if everyone listening
Everyone
right now.
Everyone
Go
right now.
spam it.
If everyone listens to Eat Your Ass right now, it'll hit 1 million by midnight.
But it has to. You have to stream it for 30 seconds minimum. That's their stipulations to
tough.
count as a stream.
That's tough.
Nah, the intro takes a little while to build up, so you can get to 30 seconds.
Let me see what 30 seconds in sounds like.
But when I do hit 1 million, what I'm keeping all the money that I'm making from now until it hits 1 million, I'm just saving it.
How much is that?
From.
I'm just gonna let it build up.
Have you ever withdrawn?
Yeah, I withdraw every 3
What's
months.
your unit?
I know that's
It's 2. But whatever money I make from this song, from now until it hits 1 million, I'm just gonna throw a party. a stream party.
How much money? About how much money would you expect it for now to $1 million?
In a month, I probably get $135.
Holy crap!
$35.
That's crazy.
From streams.
Whoa.
So,
all right, now to July.
It should be 135 times 7.
It's 1,000.
And it looks like it's all from Eat Your Ass.
It is. I check. I check what other songs are getting streamed because I have like Systematic Failure and Divine Remix, but those are much less.
Huh.
So yeah, I'll be like close to a grand.
Wow.
So what can we do with a grand?
Go to the Jags Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. But it'll be summer, so I'll need a summertime party. Cruise.
I was just gonna say cruise.
Or maybe I rent out a venue space. I don't know. We'll figure it out. EOS to $1 million on Spotify. That it?
No, Jack never reads his line.
That's true.
Oh, I forgot I wrote this.
You do write shit and never read
I don't have to share.
Share.
I determine it's not that exciting, but I guess I'll just share.
It's got to be good because we're ending the episode on it.
I know. I wrote in the doc, I have a cute little fitness goal.
Who?
Who's
your fitness goals?
No. Who asked?
Who asked? No one asked.
Okay.
Just thought it'd be interesting to share, but now I don't think it's interesting enough to share.
So no, share because I have something similar that I started today.
So
before I saw
disclaimer, this isn't interesting.
To you?
My follow-up could be
I think it's kind of I mean I do. I'm doing it, but I don't think it's interesting enough to the listeners, but they're going to hear anyway.
Say it with confidence.
My goal by Christmas, starting the day after Thanksgiving, so about a month, to run 2 marathons.
Marathon?
Cumulative. Cumulative 2 marathons. So run 52.4 miles in a month.
Twice.
Once.
Oh.
I want to run the length of 2 marathons.
Oh, okay. Not at once.
Not at once.
Okay, gotcha.
Sounds cooler to say run 2 marathons.
Does treadmill count?
It's all on the treadmill, yeah. Because that's how I track. I mean, I guess I could, whatever. But run 2 marathons total. So 52.5 miles. Do 3 hours of planks. And then do 1,000 pull-ups.
Yeah, it's stupid. Okay.
No,
just kidding. That's cool.
Disclaimer.
That's cool.
You're on the plank challenge. Nice.
Yeah, 3 hours.
I today paid for a workout app, a workout and diet app.
Oh no.
What?
What do you mean what?
Could have paid me. Could have paid me nothing. I would have helped you.
No. How?
That's crazy.
No, it's not. It's helping. If I pay for it, I'm more apt to do it. If I don't pay for it, I'm never going to do it. It's told me that I could weigh 180 pounds by January 20th.
What do you weigh now?
194. They said I'm overweight. When I saw that, I was so offended. I was putting in my...
Everyone's overweight according to those BMI calculators.
Yeah.
They mean nothing.
They said I'm...
Well, they're right about me.
They probably... no offense. They probably say you're obese.
Jesus Christ!
It's so... It's crazy.
Jack.
Put it... Do a BMI calculator.
I don't need to do that shit. I did it when I had a Nintendo Wii.
Okay.
And it said I was obese.
So it did say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy that they called like anyone obese.
Fuck Nintendo, you Japanese fuck.
So
anyway. Your goal is to lose 14 pounds.
You could do that.
Around the holidays. The worst time.
That's also
to lose.
I know. That is, okay, I'll start January 1st.
So
good point, Eric. Thank you.
You already paid for it.
Yeah.
Is it monthly?
Yeah.
And what does it get? What does it do?
So I was, before he came here, I did, before Eric got here.
Oh, okay.
In the morning, I did my morning workout. So what it does, you set up like a video and you like do what they're doing on the screen, which helps me because I need someone to tell me what to do because I have no idea. I'm not going to do it, number one. Number two, I don't know what to do even if I did. So I also realized I can screen share. So before Eric got here, I was doing my afternoon workouts and I like put it on the TV. So I was just watching them and then sitting here and doing all the work. It was nice. I enjoyed it and it was working. And it tells me all it's doing is tracking calories. I thought it was going to give me like a meal plan, like what exactly to eat. I hate tracking calories because for lunch I had a Publix sub. I couldn't find the sub that I had. I wasn't going to put in every single ingredient. That's just ridiculous. So I hate counting calories with a passion. So I think I'm going to skip the logging of calories and just try to eat better.
I think counting calories is a scam unless you're a bodybuilder or into fitness that deeply.
And I'm not.
It helps people, but like the formula literally is eat less, work out more.
There you go. So I'm going to try my hardest to eat less because I think that's really where it starts and finishes.
And then the app will make you do that.
Yes, it'll keep me on track. I'm not going to do it myself. And I always drink water, so the drink water thing, I'll just enter at the end of the day. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, people
much cooler than 1,000 pull-ups. So stupid.
People don't need gimmicks, man. You can be intentional with this shit without counting calories. It's just hard as fuck because food's delicious.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like Alex's. Oh, sorry, your Philly cheesesteak dip.
What were you gonna say?
Made.
Ooh,
I was about to call
Alex
it his
made
dip.
my dip.
Yeah, you
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
He said it was your recipe. I thought you gave it to him and like
I did. I gave him my recipe probably a year ago. But he made it recently?
Yeah, he just made it for the Texans game.
Who did it better?
I don't. Well,
no,
yours was a while ago, so it's like
you guys saying his is better.
Out of sight, out of mind. Really.
You guys looked right at each other.
Nah, that was just a funny question. We had Fritos though, which helped. I would recommend Fritos. Frito scoops. Is that what they were?
Well, they were Frito scoops, but most of the scoop was my finger because they were like the scoop was shaped like my thumb, so it was like wasn't scooping shit.
Okay,
but
you make really good dip.
Yeah, your dip's better. Get me out of here. Thanks for listening, y'all. We're on top of the fucking world. We're first seed, we're second seed. It don't matter. Your seed's lower. And championship weekend in college football is here. Hey, go ahead and put that $100 on Josh Allen to win Defensive Player of the Year. Ride with Andy. Squad ride. Don't forget about what Jack says. Till next time, this has been Dunn and Drew, baby, with a hint of Jack. See you at the slab for Monday Night Football. Peace.